Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
Who changed the truth for God into a lie? In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew, is Yahweh Shai. So do or die. The immaculate conception is deception, along with the myth of giving gifts on December 25th. Christmas is Satan's clause, the birth of Nimrod, and not the son of God. To you was kinda odd. On the Passover, Christ was born in the spring. So now we bring the truth about the King of Kings. That's Black Jesus and not Caesar Borgias. And the facts can't be changed. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High.
Okay, Shalom Israel.
Shalom.
Welcome to another class with the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. I'm Priest Kazakia, and we're going to go ahead and get this Shabbat night class starting. I know brothers and sisters will start pulling in a little later here. And online, let's go ahead and get out the link so brothers and sisters can like, share. No, thumbnail. I gotta change that thumbnail. Sis. If anything, put the one that I just sent. Thumbnail. If we got any questions, y'all gonna have to hold those. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go into today's topic. One second here. All right. So we're at 8524 South Braeswood here in Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas 77071. And our number will be on the screen. Okay, so if y'all have any questions, if y'all have anything y'all want to text during class, you can do that right now, only texting. Okay, we have classes in San Antonio, we have classes in Albuquerque. If you want to know about those classes, let us know. All right, the Feast of Tabernacles is coming up on September 8th. I repeat, the Feast of Tabernacles is coming up on September 8th. The Feast of Tabernacles. That's the trumpets. I'm sorry, not Tabernacles. The Feast of Trumpets. Excuse me. The Feast of Trumpets is coming up on September 8th. And what do we got here? What is the sisters doing?
They're doing like they're selling plates at the end of Sabbath class.
When?
Tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Oh, okay. So we also, our classes are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 7 to 10. If y'all have any question, any time you, or if you want to know the times or to get to class, is Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 7 to 10. And Fridays is from 6 to 9. Saturday morning classes is from 10 to 2. Okay? Kids class from 12 to 1 on Sundays. I thought y'all changed that.
That's from kids classes from 2 to 3. I gotta be updated.
So kids class, if you want to catch it live, is from 2 to 3. And if you want to get it afterwards, you can go to ISBHBK Kids and get it on there. We ask y'all that if you like, share, subscribe, check those out on ISBHBK Kids. All right. And look out for our Hidden Truth Bible Show. We're going to be posting one of the videos on YouTube. And we're going to be posting one on them on YouTube. And we're also going to be going live here in Houston, local, on Comcast 17. That's Houston Media or HoustonMediaSource.org. Please check out Mashaba on blogtalkradio.com/MASHAHBA Monday through Fridays at 9:30 a.m. If you wanted garments, you can hit us up with Israelwear on Facebook. Hit us up at Israelwear on Facebook. Okay, and the sisters get really good work on the garments. All right, while we're going over this, please get the link out, because we're not going to go into questions tonight. We're going to go right into class. All right, please text us only tonight. If you have questions or go on YouTube, you know the drill. 281-707-2737 or WhatsApp 303-557-8979. All right. Also, we're on ISBHPK at isbhpk.org. And once again, we want to always thank the brothers and sisters that come on YouTube, support us with positivity, with no madness and foolishness on there. We appreciate that. You coming on there and asking your questions, and we appreciate all you brothers and sisters. And you know who you are. A lot of y'all are consistent on there, so we appreciate that. If you want to continue to contribute the information to be on there, for everybody that has vowed the vow to help out the school every month, you know who you are. Okay? So we're gonna go live here. So are we on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, so also please go to Facebook, share the link on there, all right, because we finally got it up and rolling to where Facebook is now live. We got show on the bottom of the screen.
I changed it.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're up live on Facebook. Oh, that's Facebook right now.
No, it's YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna check it.
Come. That's what I was asking. Are we live here on Facebook? Oh, so we are live here on Facebook. Okay.
There he is.
Well, there you go.
In there.
So, yeah, we've been trying to work this out, man. Trying to go live from YouTube and Facebook. It looks like we got it rolling. So, all you brothers and sisters on Facebook, welcome. All right? And tonight, usually, brothers and sisters that are joining us, we go live with questions. But we're going to go right into tonight's class, because tonight is a topic that we really need to touch on. And it is for all the schools. All right? And I'm going to say this. Going into this class, I want to first give you my first disclaimer before we start going into these scriptures. And I'm kind of waiting till everybody logs in, and our brothers and sisters on YouTube that usually log in. But, you know, I'm not, as we go over this, just to let y'all know that, you know, I'm not saying that I am or we are the epitome of humility. I want to let y'all know that, you know, when we go into this topic, as it drills into your spirit and it hurts your feelings, to understand that I'm not saying we're the epitome of righteousness. Please don't think that. We make mistakes, and we will make mistakes. Like all brothers and all sisters, you know, a just man falls 7 times and rise back up. But we, you know, like the scriptures, we're not going to suffer as murderers, as thieves, as idolaters, as adulterers. We don't supposed to suffer as those things. So I'm just saying that because when we talk about this narcissistic spirit, as I want the sister to get the definition, throw it up there. As we go into this class, I want you to look up the definition of narcissist real quick. Because this is a hardcore spirit that brothers and sisters have to be aware of when you deal with that spirit of a narcissist. So if you can, somebody do me a favor, give me a little cheesy definition real quick from Google, and then we'll go to our favorite place to get our definitions from, which is, what is that again?
The New Webster.
Right. The New Webster Encyclopedia.
Dictionary of the English language.
Right. We got the New Webster Encyclopedia Dictionary of English. So that's our go-to, but while he's looking it up on there, we're just going to see what we got on Google. So this is the definition of narcissist. And this is a spirit, man, that us as Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, men and women have to understand that we cannot let this spirit overcome us. And I'm gonna keep saying it during class. I'm gonna keep saying it during this time, that I'm not saying we're better. I'm not saying we're more righteous. I'm not saying we're the epitome. I'm not saying that. This is just a reminder for all of us Hebrew Israelites with the knowledge of the Most High to check ourselves and check our pride. So what do you got for narcissists?
This says extremely self-centered,
Right.
with an exaggerated sense of self-importance.
Right. So it says extremely self-centered. Now, we know that we're already the chosen people. So we're not talking about that. We're the chosen people. The Most High said he chose us above all nations on the face of the earth. Okay? So we know that. But we're not talking about Israel being put up above all nations. This narcissistic spirit is one individual, self, a person that has a high level or thought or degree about oneself, right? Read it again.
It says extremely self-centered,
Uh-huh.
with an exaggerated sense of self-importance.
So it's an exaggerated sense of self-importance. You know, and that's what we're talking about tonight. So you got a lot of brothers, you got a lot of sisters have this exaggerated self-importance above the duty, your service, above the Most High, above your brothers, above your sisters. You know, that spirit comes in and it's, you put yourself above instead of below, and humbling yourself and being meek and being humble. And this is a lot of Hebrew Israelites' problem, because, you know, we got knowledge and we're going to get into all these scriptures, but that's a big problem, that we say we got the knowledge, we got the truth, we got the wisdom, we got the word, but what is what do people see? Is it Yahweh Shai? Is it the example of Yahweh Shai? Or is it this narcissistic spirit? So, what else you got?
It says, marked by or characterized or characteristic of excessive admiration of or infatuation with oneself.
This is something that we as Hebrew Israelites gotta realize that. And do you got the definition up there, sis? This is something as Hebrew Israelites we have to understand, right? Is that it's a, read it again.
It says marked by or characteristic of excessive admiration,
right,
of or infatuation with oneself.
A lot of us as Hebrew Israelites, we think we're owed something, right? We think we have this high infatuation with ourselves when we don't give glory to the Most High. A lot of brothers and sisters don't give glory and credence to the Most High. So your like infatuation with yourself is above this measure. I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying we're the epitome. I'm not saying we're better than thou. What I'm touching on is this demon that gets brothers and sisters into this mind of selfishness, gets them into an uncharitable, unloving spirit. It gets them into an ungiving, unforgiving, over-righteous, I'm better than you spirit. And that's what I'm trying to attack in the spirit today, through the Spirit of the Most High. All right, what do you have?
It's a short definition, but it says...
read loud so they can hear you online.
Narcissism.
Uh-huh.
A morbid love and admiration of self.
A morbid love and admiration for self. Once again, a lot of Hebrew Israelites, they don't come in the truth thinking that they need to grow and be better for the Most High in Christ. They come into the truth and think the truth owes them something. The Most High owes you something, right? Or on the other tail, you think you're better than other brothers and sisters, right? We get a few scriptures and we think we put ourselves above the brothers and sisters out there. You just came in, you still jack off, you still get smoke weed, you still get high, and instead of cleaning yourself up, we tend to think, oh, okay, now I got the truth more than anybody else in the world. And it's a real lofty, proud spirit, man, that we got to be aware of, especially in these times, man, because the Most High he's going to start in his house first. He's going to start in his sanctuary first, and he's going to rip through the nation of Israel and start putting things in perspective. He's going to rip like a tornado through the nation. So we got to beware and fear of that spirit, that lofty, high thinking of ourselves. Right? What else? You got something else?
Yeah, and it goes with narcissism. It's egocentric. So
right.
It's still the same mind frame of oneself. But it says
egocentric.
Go ahead. It says the quality or state of being egocentric is excessive interest in oneself and concern for one's own welfare or advantage at the expense of or in disregard of others.
Right. You see that? That you're so egotistical that it doesn't matter how you affect other brothers and sisters around you. You know, and a lot of times we as Israelites come from that perspective. Like, it doesn't matter how I come across or how I deal or how I act. And it can be at the cost of that other brother or sister. See, it can be at the hurt of another brother or sister. So this ain't Christ-like. This ain't what the Most High want us to be like. Okay?
That's why when you look up that definition of morbid, when it said a morbid love for one another, for oneself, morbid means deathly or sickly.
Oh.
Not helpful.
Right.
It's a deadly love for yourself.
Right.
That doesn't help anyone else. There's no growth in that. It's not helpful. It's diseased.
Yeah.
But pride is a disease.
Yeah.
Right? Pride is a disease that the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, and you said it earlier. We got the wisdom, we got the knowledge, the Most High shows us. So brothers want to be proud of that. Brothers want to exalt themselves like the Most High chose us. But now what do you do with that wisdom? You take that and you beat down the next man because he don't supposedly know as much as you. You don't use that wisdom to say, okay, how do I get to the next level?
Right.
How do I condescend to men of low estate?
Right.
And bring them up to that estate? You just say, oh, you low? Okay. Well, you're wicked. You're garbage. You ain't this. You ain't that. Where we were supposed to bow down and bring each other up.
Right.
Not get to the point where I'm the home of the truth. You can't come to me unless you can't get the truth unless you come to me.
Right.
It was never supposed to get to that point. That's where the disease is.
Yeah, that's
where the morbid.
That's what we're talking about. But I'm not narrowing it down to one. I don't want to narrow this to one point.
Right.
I want to keep it very general and vast so brothers and sisters could understand that what the effects of this spirit has been on Israel. You know, it's hurt. It's hurt our people. It's destroyed bodies and camps because men were selfish, greedy, self-indulgent. You know, it's like when I posted on Facebook the other day, which was probably one of my only posts
when you went
individually. Yeah. You know, one thing I was saying is that you know, brothers take what was given to them, and because they're hurt or angry, they don't know that they're finna hurt other people with their anger and their bitterness. So they don't care what they say. Right. But that's that narcissistic spirit.
And that's the disease of death. Because I'm now throwing things out there in the atmosphere that's going to destroy your conscience.
Right.
Or the weak man's conscience.
Right.
Not understanding that that's not how you build and grow.
Right. That's not how you build a nation.
That's not how you build a nation.
Now, we're going to take it to the camps or to the different bodies, but we're also going to take it to the nation. It's too much men lifting themselves up above their stature. It's too much. It's too much that we are we are trying to take something that is not ours. So I'm going to say this. This doesn't disregard that you're supposed to be a nation. So don't get ignorant with this. This doesn't disregard that you're supposed to be a nation. Okay? It doesn't disregard that you're supposed to gather yourselves together. You can throw those up there, the ones I'm quoting. Zephaniah 2:1. It doesn't disregard that. So don't think this class is me saying, oh, I don't need my brother no more. It's the opposite. Is that we do need each other, but we need to be the correct examples to each other as a nation, as a body, as a brother, as a sister, so we can affect the whole nation correctly. So we got the definition out of the way. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 6 verse 3. Okay, let's go directly into this topic, man, and hopefully this helps some. I know the brothers that listen to us that are affiliated with our school, right? You know, here in Houston, I know that y'all be online constantly watching. You know, this is the mind that we're trying to promote, that we're trying to push, right? Once again, we're not perfect. We're getting better and trying to get better at this mentality, at not being too high-minded, at understanding that whatever level you think you're on, there's another brother on a level that you have to condescend to his level or to her level, right? So we read that, Wisdom of Solomon 6 verse 3.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 3.
Right.
For power is given you of the Lord.
Right, and this is, I think, what we're forgetting as Hebrew Israelites, is that the power that is given to us is of the Lord, right? Whether rank, position, this is why I'm not going to narrow it down to just one camp or one school or one leader.
But it's not about just one.
It's not about. It's because if you got one leader tripping out, right? Well, you also got in a whole nother camp one officer tripping out because he thinks he's owed something. Then you may go to another camp and this other brother, he just walked in the door and he thinks he's owed something. He thinks that he just got the truth. Christ is black. Now he can go crap on his family and make himself to be above the stature of what he is. Right? So you see the different levels from a guy coming in the door. You don't supposed to be like, well, you know what? I got the truth. You're celebrating Christmas when you just stopped Christmas last week. You just stopped Christmas.
You just stopped celebrating the holidays.
Yeah.
The week before.
Yeah.
You found out.
Yeah. Then you found out and went and chopped your whole family up, got them to hate you, and not understand. Wait a minute, brother. You just yourself just learn. So come down off the pedestal and approach brothers and sisters like they need to be approached. See, don't let that zeal be with madness and destruction, right? We were talking about that recently. The zeal of my people eateth them up. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. And what knowledge is that? Read it again. Wisdom of Solomon 6:3.
For power is giving you of the Lord.
Right. The power that is given you is of the Most High. You're going to hear me say this a lot. We're just messengers. You're just pawns. Anything that is given you, when you come in, I'm going to take it to all these tiers. When you come in, the power that the Most High give you to open up the Bible, for your eyes to be open and see the truth, that's of the Most High. It's not for you to say you're better than that man or this man or your family now. That's not what the power is for. And this is why a lot of Israelites got it backwards, because we get the power of the Most High, and now you get the law, and you think because you got on your fringes, but you're getting high, you're beating off, you don't know how to be respectful to your brother, that you think you're better than the brother or sister out there. See, this is the destruction, man, that's going to destroy a lot of us if we don't repent and stop and watch and examine ourselves and look at ourselves. And the reason why I'm doing this class is because I needed to look at myself. I needed to look at the body I'm with and understand that we got to promote the right spirit to the body. We can't promote this I'm better than you, everybody's wrong except us spirit.
That's why brothers make their walk in the truth so hard, because as soon as they learn 2 or 3 laws, everyone around them is wicked.
Right.
Everyone around me is off and garbage and not worthy. So what you do, you treat them as they're not worthy, so you're not willing to go to a man and understand that I got the law.
Right.
He doesn't. I should know in the spirit how to deal with this man.
Right.
But what do? He comes to you with a question, or he comes to you with a disagreement, or he says something contrary to what you understand.
Right.
You automatically, you're wicked. You a nigga.
Right.
Cut him off.
Right.
Who gets taught that way?
No, nobody.
Nobody gets taught that way. No one learns that way. I see it all the time on Facebook, all these debates. Yeah. And all these, but you see it with a lot of new brothers. They come in and the zeal is super strong, but it's misguided.
And don't get it misconstrued. You can, because we don't entertain debates.
Yeah, we don't debate.
We're not trying to get into it with you. And that doesn't mean that we think we're better than you. We just avoid foolish and vain babbling and things that gender stripes and arguing and bitterness. We just not going to get into that. There's a way to do it. The Most High showed us a way to do it, to stay level-headed. And that's what this is about, to stay level-headed. As you get into these scriptures, you're going to see that. That's what all of this is about, because your head's going to be so puffed up and it reach into the clouds, and your head's going to bump into Yahweh Shai, him coming through the clouds. And it's going to be the first head that gets chopped off. And we have to watch that. So whatever general you are, if you're a general, if you're a high priest, if you're in outer space in the chariots of the Most High, you're not better than anybody. We're not better than anybody. You understand? It doesn't make us better than the next man. I'm going to say it again. That don't mean we don't work together, we don't deal together, because I know some brothers will use this for a cloak of maliciousness to say, well, see, that's why we don't need to be in a body. Right. We don't need to be in a school. Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. You're going to gather together. You're going to work together. You're going to build. You're going to do all these things that the Bible says do, which when you read through the Bible, Paul went to many schools and churches. So get that out of your head. But when dealing with these schools and churches, we got to keep a level head so we can be examples of Yahweh Shai. We can be examples of what people need to see, and they see the workings of Yahweh Shai in us. Go ahead, read that.
For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest.
Right, it says, so read it from the top. Where are we at again?
So, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 3.
And make sure you put all these scriptures up there, sis. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 3. Go ahead.
For power is given you of the Lord.
Right, power is given you of the Most High. Power is given. I'm nothing. am nobody. I'm just the messenger. We are nothing. By the graces of the Lord, we can sit here and teach our people. That's all it is. You deserve everything. You deserve hurt, pain. That's how I think. I don't deserve good. If I'm praying to the Most High, I don't pray in the spirit of, oh, I deserve this, Yahweh. I've been in the truth for 30 years, and look at my works. I pray to the Most High and understand I don't deserve nothing. I'm nothing. And no matter how much I'm thinking I'm ahead of the game, I'm that much more behind because I sin daily. You sin by thinking negative, doing something negative, feeling a certain way, right? And you don't even know. You break the law every day. So this sovereignty, this power that's given to you, that's given of the Most High. And through His grace, what we're going to find out. Go ahead.
And sovereignty from the highest.
Right.
Who shall try your works.
Right. He's going to do what?
Try your works.
Yeah, because that's really what the Most High is going to do to prove us as men. The scripture says, every man shall proclaim his own good.
A faithful man who can find.
But a faithful man who can find. So, if everybody's going to proclaim that they're the great, the best, and like I said, going over this class, I don't want to sound like we're the epitome of humility or condescending, because we still have problems with it. It's hard. It's hard dealing with knucklehead Israelites that consistently deal with confusion and chaos. It's hard, right?
But that's the power, though.
Right.
The power that's given to us, it should be to be able to deal with people the right way.
Right.
It shouldn't be, well, I got the power over you, nigga. You done. You all
right.
wicked. You stuck. No, the power is to see past a person's inconsistencies and see past a person's shortcomings and understand that I'm supposed to be here to build this person.
Right.
Restore one in the spirit of meekness.
Right.
That's the power. That's the real power.
Right.
That's the power that Yahweh Shai had. But a lot of brothers will say, well, I got the power.
Right.
My power is to, dominate over you or rule over you.
Right.
And this is how I'm going to do it.
Right.
And it's not always the right way.
I'm such and such. I'm
high priest.
I'm high priest to the third angelic shield.
Power.
Riding
in chariots.
Riding chariots. And once again, I'm not saying there's not going to be rank. There's not going to be position. But everybody got to be put down and realize that our rank or position, whether you're a bishop, a pastor, a deacon, an officer, a 30 shield, it doesn't matter. Are you still doing the duty that Yahweh Shai wanted you to do? Because that's who we're sent here by. We're sent to do His will. Right? We're sent to do His work. This is the Most High's work, man.
With that narcissistic spirit, it's like, no, this is my work.
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah. Or I'm such and such.
I'm such and such, so follow me or listen to me.
If you're not rolling with me, then you don't got it.
I seen a brother online talking about if you're not in a certain school, you're a Gentile, even if you get the truth and you're an Israelite.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, how does that even make sense scripturally?
Right.
It makes sense scripturally.
But that's that narcissistic spirit. That's that narcissistic spirit.
Like, you gotta, if you don't get it directly from us, you're not part of the body of Christ. Right. And you're a Gentile? How? It doesn't even add up in the Bible at all. Christ didn't say He was going to save us from one school, or from one place on the earth.
Right.
He said we was going to be gathered from everywhere. So how does one place equate to four corners of the earth?
Right. Yeah.
We gotta we gotta be critical when we think, and we gotta look at this spirit that's out there, because it's out there.
Right.
And a lot of brothers are pushing that, it's about me.
Right.
It's about me and what I got going on.
Right.
Instead of what is the will of the Most High.
Right. What is the will of the Most High, and what is the nation doing? Well, did you finish that? Wisdom of Solomon?
La.
Go ahead.
And search out your counsels.
Right. And search out your counsels, man. So get this real quick. Go from there. Go to Psalm 75 and 7, and then go to Psalms 113 real quick. So we gotta really understand, man. We gotta really understand that. Once again, we gotta check ourselves. we got to check our spirit. We got to check our mind. We got to make sure, man, we're not doing that. And if we are, check ourselves, check our mind. So go ahead and read that. Where are we at?
You want that
Psalm chapter 75, verse 7.
Hold that. Psalm 75 and 7. Go ahead, read that.
But the Most High is the judge. He
Right.
put it down one and set it up another.
Right, read it one more time.
But the Most High is the judge.
The Most High is the judge. You know, we're nobody, man.
We're just prisoners, as the scripture says.
Yeah, the Most High is the judge. You know, we're not nobody, man. Don't think yourself to be above your stature. And we're going to hit all those scriptures too. But I wanted to just put things in perspective right from the door, that all the power and sovereignty and you getting the word and you being raised up from a trooper to a bishop, a pastor, a deacon, you're nothing. All you are is a servant doing the will of the Most High. The Most High can replace you very quickly. Trust me. I don't care how many men you would, what camp you would, what body you would. I don't care. The Most High can replace you quickly. From brothers, I'm going to bring it down all the way up, all the way back up. When you come in, you got a lot of brothers that come in, man, that think they're needed. That think they owe something. And they come in, and guess what? They don't know how to humble themselves, be meek and humble. And they figure, oh, I'm needed. And if y'all don't have me, then, you know, you ain't going to have this or that, or you need me, right, for your numbers, right? Most High is like, okay, you going to be gone, and I'm going to put somebody there that wants to. Now, let's take it to the next level. You got leaders, you got officers, you got camp leaders that think, if I'm not there, this ain't going to go right. Or the truth is not going to function without me. The Most High will replace you.
Ooh, can we just read up?
Yeah.
Can we read up to verse 6 real quick?
Yeah. Jump to verse 6.
Jump to verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Right on what you're saying.
Yeah.
Psalm chapter 75, verse 6. For promotion.
For what?
For promotion.
Come on.
Cometh neither from the east.
Uh-huh.
Nor from the west.
Uh-huh.
Nor from the south.
Yeah. The Most High, the promotion that you've been given, that rank or title.
Right.
You know, that endowment of the power.
Right.
Because what promotes us? It says wisdom lift up the head, right?
Right.
So that power that you've been given, it didn't come from the east or the west. Now read verse 7.
But the Most High.
But who?
But the Most High.
Yeah, so think about it. If that promotion comes from the Most High, that demotion, that reversal, that stripping of that power
comes from the Most High.
Comes from the Most High. Brothers got to understand. You know, one scripture that's been in my head a lot lately is one man plant, one man water.
Right.
But the Most High gives the increase. And I look at the reverse of that scripture where you got brothers, again, narcissistic as hell.
Right.
Thinking that I can tear a man down.
Right.
I can rip a man out of his throne or out of his leadership seat. I can break a man down, where that's the Most High. If the Most High increases, you can't decrease what the Most High increased.
Right, and that's on every level, right?
Because
you got brothers that do lose their position and rank, don't understand where 2 or 3 is, there is Christ. The Most High is taking that.
The Most High is doing that. But what I'm saying, you got a man thinking that I'm going to figure out every which way to bring a man down. Right. We know through the multitude of counsel there's safety. We know 2 or 3 are gathered as Christ. Right. We know that. And things get done in order if the breaking down of a man has to happen. Right. But you got men that go out on these vendettas. Right. Blood, like seeking blood. Right. Trying to really destroy a man's name, where you ain't got to do that. There's nothing you can do against the truth or for the truth.
All you got to do is step back, let the will of the Most High.
Listen, take your hand off what you're trying to do, and let the will of the Most High happen. Yeah. And it'll happen. Whichever way it is, but again, narcissism got a man thinking, watch, I'm going to destroy this man. Yeah, and that's what you see on Facebook. You see Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is you're using to do your vendetta. That's why you see all these things happening, because a lot of men think they're in control. You know, this is something I battled with for a long time.
of thinking that, not understanding one planet, one water, if the Most High gives the increase. Yeah. A lot of times you think you're increasing them. A lot of times you think you're the one that makes this brother see it. You gonna get them to see it today.
But then when they don't, you're like, why the hell you ain't seeing it? It's taking too long.
Right. Then you get angry, you get upset, and you don't understand that it's not you.
But even if you reverse it,
yeah.
If a Most High is going to decrease a man or demote a man,
right?
You can't sit there and be like, it's taking too long. Why the hell ain't this happening? It's not up to you. It was never up to you. If you can't increase a man, you damn sure can't decrease a man.
Right.
So we again attacking that self-centered spirit, that prideful spirit, that egotistical, narcissistic, selfish, vainglory spirit that I'm in the control. Either way, you're not in control of any spectrum.
We are not in control.
We're not in control of any spectrum because all we are here is to plant and to water.
Right.
We can't make anything grow and we can't kill anything.
Right.
That's what we got to understand. Read that verse 6 one more time.
Yeah.
For promotion cometh neither.
He said it. We're the husbandmen. You can't make a plant grow.
It's like we just sit there and water it, fertilize it, but it's either the plant wants to die.
Right. You don't know what's happening under that soil.
Nutrients or not. Right.
You just praying for that crop. Yeah. You praying for that time of harvest. Mm-hmm. That's it. But you can't go and you better grow today.
Yeah.
Nah. It says, Raj, read verse 6 again.
For promotion cometh neither from the east nor from the west.
Why does it come neither from the east or the west? Because no man can say, I'm gonna come over here and do this and make a person and promote a man or make a man grow.
Now, for y'all that we don't want to get y'all twisted, we know that when you in all these schools you have
you got rank.
You have position, you have order, and that the Bible tells you about position and order. If you don't know, go through the Bible. Paul talked about it. Peter talked about it. The bishops, the pastors, the deacons. There is such thing. So we're not saying that. Don't get it misconstrued that a rank and position is not given of the man per se right then and there. We know that from Saul all the way to all the kings, position was given.
Oh yeah.
Order, rank, position was given.
It's needed.
But what we're saying is that who put the spirit in the man to move you to that level?
Right.
What is it that you did to move to that level? It was your spirit and righteousness, and the Most High promotes that. And that's what he's showing us here, is that he does all the promotion.
Right.
He's in the background making all the moves. And we got to see that. When that brother or sister don't get it, don't trip. When that brother or sister gets it, don't trip. The Most High is still in control. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The self, but God, but the Most High is the judge.
He's the what?
He is the judge.
Yeah, it's the Most High that's going to give that spiritual increase or that spiritual breakdown. Mm-hmm. So we got to really be careful where we get into that mind that it's about control. A narcissist wants to be in control. Mm-hmm. And that's where things go wrong, where you start, if it's not going the way you want it to, that's when you lash out. That's when you cut brothers off. That's when the disrespect and the pride enters. So we got to be very careful of this spirit. Leaders, from leaders all the way down to a member.
Yeah, and we got to say that because this is not about just hitting the leaders. It's bro, that narcissistic spirit comes in. You come in the doors and from the world with that spirit on you.
Yeah, because the spirit is, well, I got something that you don't have. When you look at the people behind you, and it happens on the lowest level, and it just goes right up.
And this doesn't mean that you're not going to be corrected, you're not going to be told, or those things. But it's just putting things in perspective to remind us to keep the right mind. Keep your mind humble, man. Whether you're a man or a woman. A lot of sisters come in. A lot of brothers come in. They don't really realize what it is necessary to keep moving forward in the spirit. So we're gonna get through a lot of these things. Go ahead and read on, verse 7.
But the Most High is the judge.
Right.
He putteth down one and setteth up another.
There it is.
Yeah.
The Most High put down Saul, put up David.
There it is.
The Most High put down David and checked him for committing adultery, right? And told him he was going to have to pay for that over time. Solomon was in there. The Most High what? Was with him. Put him down because he started to trip out. And so forth and so on to all the different kings. The Most High puts us up, man. He brings us down. You have to make sure your spirit is correct. Your intentions and your motives are sincere. And, you know, a lot of mistakes that you make, a lot of mistakes that we make as men is thinking we know every damn thing. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. A lot of mistakes we make is because we think we know everything and nobody else can add to that. A lot of times, man, it's the most smallest thing, somebody giving you wisdom and showing you, hey, you know what about this? It could be through a suggestion. It could be through the knowledge. But it's through wisdom that can lead you to seeing, wait a minute, there's a better way. But you won't see that.
But there's something I missed.
Yeah, there's something I missed.
Something I forgot.
Right. But a lot of brothers know I'm in the position, you can't, Kanye West, you can't tell me nothing. Nah.
Or I made it by myself.
Yeah, I did all this by myself. That's why I said, you come from the world like that. Like, not knowing that the Most High gave you the knowledge. What the hell are you talking about? Then you get in here and you like, I don't need nobody. That's why I said it starts when you walk in the door. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about the high supreme 75 shield generals that are on angelic realms. But, bruh, it happens with new people. They come in thinking like, you know what? Nah, I got the truth. You can't tell me nothing, huh? Like, you should be humble, man.
Yeah.
We should all stay humble. He brings high, he brings low.
He says a wise man to be considerate.
Right. But he would consider these things. Psalms 113 and 7. Psalms 113 and 7. And these block of scriptures is just showing us, man,
Psalms 113 and 7.
that the power is of the Most High.
Let them get it.
Yeah. So, Psalms 113 and verse 7 and 8. Go ahead.
Psalms 113, verse 7 and 8.
Uh-huh.
He raises up the poor out of the dust.
Right. If you're low, it ain't because man did it to you. You know, a lot of times you got to look at yourself. Everybody always want to blame something on everybody else. I said this the other day. What I did in the truth, whatever mistakes I made, it wasn't because of man. It was because I did that. And I did it through error, through foolishness, or through being young-minded. That's a lot of times how my errors came. Right? Now, I know for myself, I didn't do it through sheer, I'm being a wicked nigga, because if that was the case, then the works will speak for you, right? Your works will speak for you if you're a murderer, a thief, a robber, idolater, right? But a lot of times we make simple mistakes because we err in experience. You err in knowledge. In pride, you don't want to see that you don't have enough knowledge. Man, Israelites are the most. We're the most, and I'm going to use we because I'm talking about us as a nation. And I'm not going to separate us. I'm not going to separate me from y'all. Us as a nation. We're the most stubborn, cocky people. Yeah, and yes, cocky's good when it comes to your swag and how you roll and your flavor, right? That outshines the other nations. But that cocky spirit, man, you come in and you never lose it and settle it and become level-headed. And now you think you're owed something, you're better than somebody, you're more than somebody. And now how when we teach, that comes off. When we preach, that comes off. When we tell people, that comes off. When mercy is supposed to be applied, what comes in is, no, nigga, I bring high, I bring low. Right? It ain't restore one in the spirit of meekness. It's what? You know what? Let's destroy. But on the other hand, the other brother that made the fault, he's not thinking, it's my fault. It's my fault. He's thinking what? Oh, you know what? You don't got the right. You made the fault. Suffer for it. You did it. Suffer for it, right? But Israel be cocky. No, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong in no way. You ain't even sitting back and saying, damn, I did that. That's off. But it's that cocky spirit. It's that prideful spirit that nobody wants to bear witness that you messed up. You made decisions without counsel, without wisdom. You made decisions without knowing the Bible. And we've done that, a lot of us. A lot of us. But you know what a real man is? When he can man up to his faults. Instead of, oh, I did it because I can say a lot of mistakes I made was because that's the way I was taught. But once again, if I was studying more at the time, if I was more in the knowledge, I wouldn't have made those mistakes. The room for error would have been very small. But a lot of men can't fess up to that. I know a lot of mistakes I made is because being young-minded, and I had the scriptures. I knew Christ was black, but I didn't realize that experience I didn't have. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of brothers and sisters don't know that. You come in and instead, you see people with more wisdom, more knowledge and understanding, but you're that cocky, narcissistic spirit, you don't want to humble to that. You understand this? So we're talking about on every level, whether you're king or supreme or you're the brother that's holding signs. We got to check this all the way through the nation because it's going to destroy us. Pride goeth before destruction. And a haughty spirit before a fall. It's going to destroy you. All right, go ahead. Read on. You're going to read verse 7 and 8.
And he lifted up the needy out of the dunghill.
Yeah, the Most High lift us up. When you were nothing, guess who lifts you up? When you didn't have the knowledge, right? Guess who sent that brother to give the flyer? I don't care if you're a general now and you're over 1,000 men. I don't care if you're a general now and you're over 10 men. Who put the spirit on you? Or who gave you that flyer? The Most High used that man to give you that flyer to open up your eyes, to bring you out of the lowest state, right? Out of the ghettos and the slums into a mind of a king and a mind of a righteous man. But we forget that. You think like, you know, well, brother, I got the knowledge. Nah, bro. Yeah, you got the knowledge, but come down. Come down off that pedestal.
Yeah, and then you got the young brother that he was sitting there saying, yeah, I sat in my room and I prayed for the Most High to give me the truth. I found y'all.
Right.
It's like, but no, you didn't. The Most High
answered
your prayer.
He put it all together, man.
He put it together for you to get the truth. You didn't just walk in the door. It's like, yeah, I was just driving and I seen y'all.
But you know what it is? It's that narcissistic.
Yeah.
You won't give glory to the Most High Spirit.
Yeah.
Watch. Check this out. Let's get through these scriptures. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
That he may set him with princes.
That the Most High is setting you with princes. He's bringing you up on certain levels. He's moving you through the positions in humility. If we stay humble, He's moving us through positions to do greater works. That's all it's for. It's not to glorify in ourselves. It's to glory in the work of the Most High. This work ain't about one man. So that's why it's a disease in Israel to think the truth is only in one camp, one school, one area. Everybody got the truth from their elders. And then everybody went and did the work. Right? So it could just come from one elder. Then everybody is scattered everywhere. So the truth is going to be scattered. We got to think, man. But this is what destroys us. Because you don't want to humble on no parts. You don't want to humble when you come in. When you get ranked, you don't want to humble. And we look like, watch, where's that scripture at real quick? Let me throw that one in there. Romans what?
Romans 2.
Romans what?
Romans chapter 2 real quick.
Go to Romans 2. Hold Psalms real quick.
Go to Romans 2 and verse 24.
Romans 2 and 24.
Romans chapter 2 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
For the name of the Most High is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you.
Right, see, you see this? Read it again.
For the name of the Most High is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you.
Yeah, see, all the nations are watching us, right? Even the Gentile state of mind brothers and sisters are watching you. And they're watching our example.
Oh, yeah.
What do they see? They see, oh, that's a Hebrew Israelite. Listen, we're afraid to tell them go online. Why? Because they're going to Google some crazy-ass brother screaming out of his mind and not dealing with sensible wisdom and understanding. Right?
It's always all the videos of a brother calling a woman a B-I-C-T-H.
Right.
And calling somebody a faggot. It's always all those videos where he just yelling, calling people dogs. They never got the sensible videos on the internet that you pop up.
Right.
So now...
And there are a lot of sensible brothers that are not on that.
That are not on that. But the thing is, what is promoted.
Right.
What a blasphemy comes is that when they look at a Hebrew Israelite, it's always the brother that's yelling and cursing and screaming.
Right.
It's never this.
It's never us condescending.
Right.
And let me repeat that. It's got to be more of us condescending.
Right.
Right. More of because it is out there. I don't want to act like there is not great brothers doing great works.
But do a Google search, and the first thing that pops up is somebody yelling is the point.
Right. And remember, we supposed to be the epitome of Yahushua. They supposed to see the Israelite man and see a stature of the righteous man and glorifying Yahushua. That's what they supposed to see. They don't supposed to see the animal. They don't supposed to see the belligerent. They don't supposed to see the wife beater, the thug, I can rape women. They don't supposed to see that. That's madness.
This camp against that camp.
They don't supposed to see that.
I remember 5 years ago, that was the biggest thing. You Google Israelites, and it was two camps just going to war. I'm talking about brothers rolling up on other brothers' street speaking. Yeah. You wicked, you this, going to war with brothers, and it's like, this is what Israelites is about now?
And then you got a lot of young men learn that, and they think that's what it is. So these are the things that we got to see, that we don't want the nations to blaspheme the name of the Most High because of our actions. We got to watch our actions. Go ahead.
Or you got that seed of a brother that's been planted, right? Someone planted the seed in his head that you're an Israelite. But the water that was put on him was, well, y'all fight. Y'all got infighting.
Yeah.
That was the water that he was watered with. So what happened? He died.
Yeah.
He didn't come forth because he wasn't watered the right way.
Right.
The seed was planted. The watering was supposed to be water that was going to bring forth life.
Right.
But that what did it say? That disease watering.
Right.
That's what killed that brother off. So he was like, see, that's why I stayed in the Christian church. That's why I stayed a Muslim. Right. That's why I didn't want to join the camp. Because why? That's what y'all do. Y'all fight. Y'all argue. Y'all hate. Y'all hate each other. There's more Israelite battling than there is us trying to wake each other up and wake up our people. We do more fighting with each other.
Right.
And they see that. When you hop on Facebook and it's just, and there's nothing against brothers debating and discoursing the right way, because there are brothers that do it. But then you got some that hop on there and it's just like, and it's like, wait a minute, who's being edified by that?
Right.
Nobody. Nobody learns from that.
But because there's no spirit of humility in the Israelite man.
Right.
There's no spirit of
taking low.
There's none.
There's none.
Let me repeat it again.
There is some.
There is some.
But what is being promoted, and it's coincidental that a new brother coming in, the first thing he rolls up on is the brothers, two brothers is yelling. That's what he rolls up on, and then
that's Christ-like.
It does one or two things. That's what it builds in him.
Yeah. That
I'm gonna be the yelling Israelite, or I don't want to be a part of this at all.
Right.
I could have just stayed in church for this.
Right.
So it builds. It builds at the end of the day, when it's about building, it builds bad crop. It builds bad seed.
Right.
You see that?
Yeah.
So,
and this is the problem with brothers and sisters, man. We have to constantly check ourselves.
Yeah.
We got to constantly check what we're here for. You're at the service and duty of your calling. That's it. You're at the service and duty, and you should be obliged to serve the Most High, right? To do His will. All right, come on. Read where you're at.
Romans again.
No, finish. You're done with Romans. Read back in Psalms 113 and 7. 113 and 8.
You want to start from the top?
Yeah.
Verse 8, yeah.
Yeah. And then give me some 1 Samuel 2 and 8. Go ahead.
Verse 8, that he may set him with princes,
Right.
even with the princes of his people.
Right. See, that he may set him with princes, even the princes of his people. See, the Most High is going to set us up. He's going to bring us down. And he's going to establish us. He's going to build us. He's going to keep us. Period, point blank. So, whatever power you think you have, you got none. Whatever rank or position that's got your head blown, or whatever scripture you think that makes you beyond everybody else, you got none. The Most High can raise up stones to serve him. Right? And the Most High has over and over moved one man out and raised up another. 1 Samuel 2, verse 8.
1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 8.
Right. Then give me Proverbs 8, verse 15. 1 Samuel 2 and 8.
God.
Come on.
He raiseth up. He riseth up the poor out of the dust.
Go ahead.
And lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes.
Right. He said he what?
He raiseth up the poor out of the dust.
He raises up the poor out of the dust. Why? Because the Most High is the only one that can do that.
But really, we know the Most High is the only one. But why?
Right.
Why does he raise? Why would he say, "I'm gonna raise you up out the dust"? He said he hates a poor man that's proud.
Right.
So obviously, this is a humble man. It's judged on a man's humility. He said he give grace to the humble. He give grace to the meek. He said he resists the proud. So you can be a poor man all you want, but if you're prideful as hell, and you can be poor in the knowledge.
Right.
But if you're prideful as hell, like, oh well, yeah, I got 3-4 scriptures. Christ is black, and I'm in there.
Right.
If you're prideful as hell, guess what? You're not going to be lifted up by the Most High. You can lift yourself up.
Right.
That's what usually happens.
Right. And unless and it don't last.
It don't last.
And that's the thing about with all these with all brothers and sisters only seeking power.
Yeah.
Like some men only seek position, power, rank, or some fictitious like the YouTube is gonna make them a god. Like Facebook is gonna make you a god. Bro, when you get off of YouTube and Facebook, you're gonna still be that bum in the spirit.
You still got bills to pay. You're still gonna be garbage.
You ain't a god. It's like our brothers, man, fighting on the block, talking about this my block. Knowing damn well that ain't your block. Right. You going right back to the little sack of a house, right? That's Israel, man. You're fighting over what? What are you fighting? What are we fighting over? What are brothers and sisters brothers being disrespectful to other brothers for?
YouTube views.
Right? Why are you getting on YouTube or we get it sometimes here and there. Why are you gonna come into YouTube and cause commotion and chaos? Why are you gonna get on that brother's Facebook and just cause commotion and chaos? Why?
It's that vainglory.
It's the vainglory. You want to be seen, a man. You think you should debate that brother, right? It doesn't matter. That don't matter. The glory of that don't matter. Leave it alone. That's why we tell our brothers and sisters here, stay off of damn Facebook. Don't be going to nobody's chats. Don't be going to none of that.
Commenting on the madness.
Yeah. You can go into your own, create your own Facebook, say what you got to say and move on. Right? But don't try to go in and go on their Facebook, on their YouTube channel. Don't do that. Right? Because that's tacky. That's not an Israelite. That's not classy. Okay? That's beastly. Come on, read.
God, and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill.
The Most High lifts up the beggar from the dunghill. He lifted us up from the dunghill.
But just like you said, you got brothers, they'll hop on your YouTube, they'll hop on your Facebook to battle and argue. That's that narcissistic spirit.
Yeah.
Because what are they promoting when they do that?
Right.
I got something better than what they got.
Right.
I got something to give and say that they don't have.
Right.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at what I got to say.
Yeah.
And it's a bad spirit. You see it because what it does, it destroys the young man
Yeah.
that's trying to learn. That's what brothers don't get. It's like you think you building and you think that you on point, but all you're doing is ripping apart young brothers that are trying to learn, because you hopping on Facebook and you hopping on YouTube and trying to battle me ain't gonna change my mind.
No, it destroys the young brother, the young sister, because you want to gain over that other brother or sister.
Yeah, you ain't gaining me.
And that this is the power that the Most High. You're not gonna gain that brother. You're not gonna gain that sister. See, if you ain't in the right mind, you're gonna destroy that brother or sister. So you gotta watch how you do, what you do, and how you do it. You know, I'm gonna say it again. This doesn't mean we're the epitome of, or we're better than thou. It just means that this is something all us as Israelites, we gotta watch this narcissistic, prideful, egotistic, I'm better than you spirit, whatever position you're in. Come on, read.
God, to set them among princes.
Right.
And to make them inherit the throne of glory.
Yeah, the Most High gives you the throne of glory. So if you are a leader of the camp, you better do right. You better be right, because the Most High can take it away. The Most High can strip you. I don't care if you're a prophet giving a brother a cup of water. Do it correctly. Do it from the heart. Do it from the spirit. The Most High wants you to be sincere in whatever you do. Right? He put you there. Go ahead.
God. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord.
And
he has set the world.
Go ahead. Finish that. I'm sorry.
Has set the world upon them.
Right. So go from there. Go to Proverbs 8, verse 15. And you know what it says, the Most High, he set the world on the pillars, is because the Most High is reminding us there is no power. Who is Kazakia? You know what I mean? Who is Quatzazap? Who is this brother or that brother? Or whatever name you built over time. Who is that? You know, all we got to do is try to maintain to be in the graces of the Most High and Yahweh Shai. That means that whatever service you have, do it wholeheartedly unto the Lord and not unto man, knowing who you're going to receive your reward from. Because he's going to strip you, he's going to build you, he's going to chop your head off, or he's going to lead you into everlasting life. Come on, read that.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 15.
Go ahead.
By me, kings reign.
By what?
By me, kings reign.
Now, if you read the chapter, it's talking about wisdom, but who gives you wisdom? The Most High. So by the Most High, kings reign. Y'all got to see all these great kings. Was David above reproach? Right? But who brought David down? The Most High, right? You didn't have to do nothing. Nobody had to do nothing. The Most High dealt with him. Right? Who brought Saul down? The Most High. Who's going to bring America down? The Most High. You ain't bringing America down. You ain't bringing Trump down. Right? You can preach to your eyes pop. But who's going to be the last in said do it all?
Most High.
Yahweh Shai, right?
God.
Khan? Go ahead.
And princes decree justice.
Right. Go ahead.
By me, princes rule.
Right.
And nobles.
Read.
Even all the judges of the earth.
Yeah, whether you're a prince or noble, whether you're a judge, it's all given to you of the Most High. So you have to set your mind in order and stop thinking you're something that you're not. Go ahead.
I love them that love me.
Right, that's what it all comes down to. That's what your mind should be on. Not, oh, I'm trying to maintain power. I'm trying to show something that I'm not. We got to be real with ourselves. Whatever you're hiding, the Most High is going to reveal to man. You understand? Whatever is hidden, or you're not, or you're putting on this fictitious character. If I was being fake or phony, eventually, it's going to be revealed. It either be revealed through me revealing that I'm fake or phony. It'll be revealed through a mistake that will reveal me that I'm fake or phony. Right? Yeah. It's something what happened to reveal to the people what type of individual you are. Because you'll be put in the predicament to show what you're really about. That's usually what it is, right? Why was Saul known for the epitome of what not to do? Because when he was put in the predicament, he never humbled himself. So he revealed what he was. Nobody had to do nothing. A lot of us are revealed when you're put in the situation and the Most High tries you. You're being revealed by your actions. And everybody will be able to see, oh, that's what type of brother that is. It all comes out now. You see? So you got to watch what you're doing. You got to watch how you're thinking. You got to watch your intentions, because what's going to happen is it eventually come out. We all have to repent. Go ahead.
And those that seek me early shall find me.
Go to Daniel 2 verse 21. Go to Daniel 2 verse 21. So, like I said, these scriptures, man, these first block of scriptures on this narcissistic topic is about the power is of the Most High. It's not, it was never by you. I don't care what rank or position. It was never by you. So read that.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 21.
Go ahead.
And he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth
Right.
kings.
So read it. Start over. Let's read it one more time, Mike. Go ahead.
And he changes the times and the seasons.
Talking about the Most High. We know in the 25th verse, 725, it says that he think to change times. But the Most High changes times and seasons. Go ahead.
He removeth kings.
The Most High doeth what?
Removeth kings.
Right, and he removeth kings. He removeth men out of these high positions. He removeth a woman out of a position she's in. He removes kings. So who are you? Right? You got to think about it. You should be trying to achieve greatness in whatever you're in. But that greatness comes through humility. Read.
And he setteth up kings.
Right?
He giveth wisdom unto the wise.
Right?
And knowledge to them that know not understand.
Yeah, that's the Most High does these things. If wisdom and understanding is to be given to you, the Most High builds you. If you lack, you have to ask yourself, Yahweh, why do I lack wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? Why? What is it that I'm doing that I'm not getting the discernment of the Spirit that's needed? See? It's not nobody. It's the Most High not giving it to you. But it usually comes by you not studying, by you not humbling yourself and giving yourself to the Most High. Y'all got that? Okay. Go to Matthew 6 verse 27. So let's start getting into the meat and potatoes of this point. And I know there's certain of y'all brothers and sisters on Facebook. We're trying out this little thing where we can do the show on YouTube or do the class on YouTube and Facebook. So greetings to y'all that are watching. All right, everybody else, y'all on YouTube, you already know what it is. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 27.
Go ahead.
Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature?
Yeah, so if you know you can't control nothing, you can't even control things about you in your body. You get diarrhea and you have to run straight to the bathroom and you might not even make it. So why are you tripping over some fictitious rank or power? All power is given of the Most High. All position is given of the Most High. Right? And we know to achieve any level of mastering, right? Because the scriptures say if we are going to be masters, we need to strive lawfully, right? So we know that there's levels, but still, how are you going to get there? Through cutthroat, through being fake, through being phony, through pride, through waiting, because that's what a lot of brothers and sisters have done. A lot of brothers have done that. They waited just to get in a position of power and then start to warp the knowledge. They waited just to get to that point and now warp the knowledge. Why you didn't say that when you was a trooper? How all of a sudden you're enlightened with the Holy Spirit and now it's against what you've been taught? Why you didn't say that from the get-go? Why? What?
Is that like someone that while you're teaching or they're supposed to be learning the whole time, they're saying like, I don't believe that, or that's not right. I'm gonna get to the position and then I'm gonna correct it.
Then I'm gonna change it. Yeah, I don't believe that. If you don't believe it, why did you ever sit with a Hebrew Israelite? Yeah, I keep saying it. Stop calling yourself a Hebrew Israelite. Don't do that. Go back to church and deal with what they're saying. You don't gotta come and start being against what you don't believe, right? You're angry and upset that you don't believe that. You understand? Forfeit it. Give it up. And that's what we have to understand, that a lot of us, man, we are trying to take this fictitious power, fictitious revenge, and control on things that you cannot control. You can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. Okay? So, if you can't add a stature to yourself, what else can't you add to yourself? Right? Where else can't you grow? Or can't you take? Or can't you master over? How many things you don't have power over? So, whether you're this camp or this school or that school, do the will of the Most High. That's what it should be about. Doing the will of the Most High, man, and trying to establish a right and righteous example. Go ahead.
Verse 28.
No, go from there. Go to 2nd Esdras 4, verse 5. So 2nd Esdras 4, verse 5. Just to remind brothers and sisters, man, that we got to continuing in the righteous example. We have to understand that any power, any fictitious rank, you got 1,000 scriptures. Guess what? Somebody else got 2 million scriptures. Right? Every time you thought of a scripture, you thought of a topic, guess what? There's another brother that got 10 more scriptures to add to your topic. So knowledge puffeth up. That's not going to get you nowhere. There's somebody else that got more knowledge than you.
Done.
Right?
Done.
Done. But a lot of brothers and sisters don't think like that. And then they get into arguing, bickering, fighting, confusion, and madness. Where's the humility at? Who's going to take low? Who's going to humble themselves? Who's going to say, you know what? Let me listen then. Since you don't get it, you tell me. Right? Somebody. If you know it all, come on, tell me then. Right? Let's dead this argument. But a lot of people don't do that because they think they know every damn thing. There's no humility, man. We have to watch this spirit. Go ahead, read that.
2nd Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Then I said, tell on, my Lord. Then he said unto me, go thy way. Wait me the way of the fire.
Yeah, so which Hebrew Israelite, king, supreme, gangster disciple, crip walking, thug life, right, priest, can weigh the weight of a flame? And I'm not talking about like Esau. You try to go get a machine.
Right, that's what I was going to say. Only Esau does that.
Yeah, not with a machine. I'm talking about who can hold a flame in their hand and weigh it and tell them the measurement. Nobody. Right? So your rank doesn't mean nothing. Our rank and our position don't mean nothing. It only means something if you can walk the walk of Yahweh Shai and show how his example can shine through you. That's all that matters. Right? When you come into school, if you're a young brother or sister and you got 1 million scriptures, right? That's not going to mean anything unless you can walk the walk like Yahweh Shai. You're just a man. You're just a woman. You cannot measure the weight of a flame. You can't add a cubic or a stature to you. You can't even get a better job. Right? You can't. You can't better your health. Right? You can't do that. Read. Come on.
Or measure me the blast of the fire.
Right.
Excuse me, the wind.
Or
call me again the day that is past.
So if you are the one guy that only has the truth, well then call us the day past. right? If you're the, let me not say it. If you are the only one that has the knowledge above all, then call the day pass and show us how you're this angelic being. It's not. Now, I'm going to say it again. This is talking from the lowest to the highest. So don't think, oh, you know what? Oh, brothers is talking about generals or officers. No, we're talking about new people too. Because a lot of new people come in and you swear you know everything over everybody. It's an egotistical, narcissistic spirit, man. And the Most High hates pride. Go ahead, read.
Then answered I and said, what man is able to do that?
Yeah, what brother is able to do that? What brother is able to teach every man in every 144,000 men? What one school is going to bring in the 144,000 men? None. Not one school. The Most High has it like this so we all can put in works. Everybody can now be a partaker in the works. That's why all of the Most High, it wasn't wrong that the Most High had the 125th dispersed, because more works can get done now. And that's why you have the work, the truth on a high scale level through the four corners of the earth. But we got to ask ourselves, are we being the example, and at what cost is it getting out there? By your vainglory? By your little vain YouTube? Or, you know, like our 27 people that be on YouTube or whatever is going to get us in the kingdom faster? No, come on, man.
1,000 years.
Yeah, listen, I'm lucky just to be at the service of the Most High. That's it. That's all that matters. And if we don't think like that, man, you start to get high-minded. You start to think you're owed something. You start to think you're better. You can't be told anything. And I'm not saying there's rank. I'm not saying there's no rank or the order. I'm not saying you just go run out there and rebuke your elders, because I don't want nobody online to, and I don't want camps to start saying, so you're going to get these young brothers to come and disrespect the elder. No, I'm not saying that. The scriptures say rebuke not elder. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that everybody needs to sit down and be humble and remember what the hell we're here for. It's not some power. It's not some glory. It's not some YouTube views. It's not Facebook views. It's to teach our people and raise our nation. And hopefully we by the graces of the Lord, did a little bit to be recognized and to be brought into the kingdom. Right? Because which one of you haven't sinned today?
Damn.
Which one of us have not sinned today? Tell me. We've all probably have in one way or the other. If you didn't eat pork, you looked at that woman and you didn't know she had a man. If you didn't look at that woman and know she had a man, you ate pork. Or you, right, and you didn't know.
Or you doubted.
Or you doubted. He that doubteth is damned. Right? Or you were double-minded. Right? Or you thought about drawing back. It was something you did that the Most High said it was sin. Right? So we got to sit down and be humble. Go from there. Go to 1 Samuel 15 and 16. You cannot measure the weight of a flame. You cannot the blast. You cannot measure the blast of the air. You can't do these things. You can't add a stature to yourself. Go ahead. 1 Samuel 15 and 16 and 17. Go ahead.
Book of 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 16.
Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Most High had said to me this night.
Right.
And he said unto him, Say on. And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight.
You hear that? When we were little. You know, this is what Israelites forget. We get the knowledge. Listen, I do it to myself all the time. I have to blow myself in the brain with these scriptures like this to remind that I am nothing. You got to do what he told the one king. He told Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius used to have a man walking next to him while they were praising him, and he would say, "You're just a man. You're just a man." Why? Because to keep you humble. Yeah. Marcus Aurelius, I think he was a Caesar. But he was supposedly had a man to tell him, to remind him to stay humble. Remember when you was little? You was nothing. You got like a few breakdowns. You got online and watched the brother a few breakdowns. Then you started your own class, and you didn't even sit in class. You would not learn. You would not put yourself in the position of humility. You was just that little guy that all of a sudden made yourself big. You wouldn't go through the proper way. Or what happened? That's the new brother. But then what about the elders, right? You get in the position and what? You forgot you was little. And the little people still need you. Right? You're in that Creflo Dollar mentality. You might not be money-wise, but you're in mind-wise. You're in Creflo Dollar mentality. You flying over brothers like, yeah, nigga, you below me. No, man, we were all little. Listen, we are still little. You are still little. I'm going to say it again. There's no one school that's going to bring back the 144,000. All the schools are separate, and they are like they are for each and every man and brother and sister in those schools to do forth works fitting to Yahweh Shai and to prove your works. And the Most High is going to put the seasoning on everything, man, and bring back these 144,000. There's a lot of Israelites through the world now that know the truth. See, we got to keep this in mind. Remember when you were little, when you didn't have, when you were without, when you were down and out, when you were praying to the Most High, when you was a faggot, a lesbian, a drug dealer, a dope head, a weed head, a drunk, a belligerent. Right? That way, when we look at brothers and sisters, you can judge them with the same judgment and measurement you want to be judged by. That's the same. If you do that, then now we look at things in the right perspective. I'm going to say it again, and I got to keep saying it during the class. Not that we're better, I'm better because I'm dropping the class. I'm saying that we all need to check ourselves because the times are here. The end times are here, man. He said he was going to start in this sanctuary first. And we better look at ourselves. You better look at your intentions and why you're doing certain things. Because the Most High will rip and pull and destroy that. And then you'll be like, what happened? And it was because you didn't stay humble. You didn't stay meek. You didn't stay sincere. You didn't stay lowly. Go ahead, read.
Was thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel?
Yeah, the Most High is not. You know, when you were little, did not I take you from the ghettos and the slums and show you that you was a prince and a king, a Hebrew Israelite, the chosen of the Most High? Did not I lift you up and give you a little knowledge to take away the blunt and cigarettes out your mouth? Right? This is what we got to remember, man. Go ahead.
And the Most High anointed thee king over Israel?
Yeah, and none of us are king. None of us are king. Right? None of us are kings. First of all, we ain't acting like a king. There is no one king. And the kings, the righteous kings, had more class, more humility, more righteousness embedded in them. And the only one true king is Yahweh Shai. So, what is it that we have? Power and glory over what, 30, 40 men? Or, excuse me, you got 800 men? I'm talking about our little small camp. But you got 800 men? That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. This power is giving you of the Most High. What are you doing with it? Are you lifting yourself up where all men can praise you, or are you lifting the Most High up? Right? I don't want to be the one where he said, yeah, I never knew you. You were lifting yourself up. Right? Hell nah. Nah. That's like I said, some of y'all don't even know my rank. Because why? I don't care. There is no, you know, when you get in a position, you finally realize, yeah, I worked to that level, but then when I finally get there, I realize it's about more duty, more service, more work, more office. It ain't about no rank, right? When they put my name up on YouTube, is it 75 shield to the 3rd angelic power, Kazakian? No, why? Because you don't need to know that. You should respect me, and we should respect each other off the works you do. Right? And the greater are the more works you take on, right? That's where the rank comes in. Rank and position is about the works you're doing. Christ said it himself, and if y'all got it twisted, he said, don't be like the heathens, masters and lords. He said, as much is given, much is required. So why do you get position and rank? To get more work put on you, to grab more load. How many brothers came through the camp and thought it was about rank position, and we're like, yeah, you got the rank now, brother. Could you grab this load and get ready?
Let's do this work.
And they're like, but when I got in the position, I thought it was kick back, relax my feet, party on down.
I thought to the
yeah. Yeah, they thought that was gonna happen.
I thought the rank was supposed to allow me to get out of the work.
Right.
I use the rank now to put the work on other brothers.
Right. Or to say you're this bishop or that, deacon that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had your hand raised, sis.
I wanted to share, like, I'm kind of seeing the same thing at my job.
Yeah.
And what's going on is, like, we're really, really big on safety. So, like, I have a person who, tells me, hey, do this better or do that better to
right.
be safe. So there's an instance where she told my trainer, hey, you shouldn't do this because something really bad could happen. And he took it really the wrong way.
Right.
But then the head of the person that's head of the lab came in, told him the same exact thing. He didn't feel nothing about it because
right.
of her rank.
Right.
But I was telling her, I was like, it shouldn't make no difference because at the end of the day, she's looking out for all of us.
Right.
So nothing won't happen.
But that's that ego, pride. That narcissism, man. And that, as Hebrew Israelites, Yahushua was the epitome of humility. So why is it you got to be the epitome of a cocky nigga, of a cocky, boisterous, a chest puffed out nigga? Because that's how you're acting when you don't act like Yahushua. Like Yahushua didn't walk around like that. Yahushua wasn't walking around like he knew everything. Was he? Or he had to, at every minute, at every second, prove that he was Yahushua.
First he stayed at his rank.
Right.
First he had to stay at his rank.
Shalom.
He had to blow the trumpets.
Yahushua stepping in.
Right. And then he had an angel stay at his registry.
Nah.
And then list all the things he knew in the spirit. Like,
yeah.
And all his works that he did previously. Nah, he rolled, and half the time he didn't want nobody to even know that he did the work.
And that's much how we gotta take it on more. We have to take that spirit on more, because it's when he comes back, he's gonna be taking all those eagles. Listen, Israel's going to the wilderness, and he said the rebels was gonna be cast out. Think about it. What's gonna make you a rebel? Most likely, you think you got the way, and you gonna start. You gonna go out there trying to take a position instead of saying, wait a minute, let me follow. I'm already knowing. I already thought. I know. When I go out there, I'm going to be looking like, unless an angel comes down or Yahushua himself comes down, right, and tells me, I'm going to be looking like, okay, what do we need to do? Because I'm not going to take on no position and you don't know what the hell is going on. But that's Israel. You got that one person that always want to run stuff.
Want to usurp that authority.
Want to usurp authority. Like, just chill the hell back. Calm down. Let it be established. I'm not saying that the Most High is going to not give us leaders. What I'm saying is that if we don't check that cocky spirit, that narcissistic spirit, you're going to be in a situation, man, where the power wasn't given to you and you're going to be trying to take it. So, read that, finish that. And then somebody go to John 15 and 16, Romans 13 and 1.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High sent thee on a journey.
Okay, that's it on that. Go from there, go to John 15 and 16. I wanted to put that Samuel's just for a reminder just like, and if you don't know, you go back and read the story about David and Saul. You know, they both were small. David was he was with the sheep. They even laughed at him when he came out with Goliath. Yeah. You know, like, bro, what are you doing? Right? Like, who are you? Right? The same thing with us. We got to remember where we come from. That way, when we drop the word, when we teach the word, we can approach our people. I keep saying it. Could I get it condescend? Real quick. Give me that one real quick and read where you're at.
St. John chapter 15 and verse 16.
Right.
Ye have not chosen me.
Right.
But I have chosen you.
How many Hebrew Israelites swear to their mama that the angel Gabriel came to them in their room and chose them? How many people? You got brothers don't understand. Like, you're just a man. We're men. You know, somebody gave a flyer to you, man. Right? No angel came to you and spoke to you one-on-one. So you got to realize, man, I got to stay humble, man, and keep doing the will of the Most High. What is the will? To stay busy in your work, in your office, to teach the people. I'm going to say it again, I said a million times. If you come in the doors and it says give a prophet a cup of water, you receive a prophet reward, and you're the water guy, then be the water guy. If you're the sign guy, be the sign guy with love and compassion and brotherhood, the sign. If you're the reader, be the reader as best as possible. If you're the deacon, be that and do it right. Be that. Be a leader righteously. If you're the leader, do that. Do that righteously. Right? Everybody abide in your labor. And we're going to get there too. Let me not jump ahead.
And the scripture says, in Ecclesiastes says, whatever your hand is put to, do it with your might. Yeah. And that means to your best ability.
Right.
Not half, but no, with all your spirit.
With all your spirit, right. All your love, all your tender mercies, all your compassion. That's what's going to keep us moving forward in the spirit. You want to last in the truth? Don't think you're owed anything. Because the Most High will Job you 100 times. He will Job your ass 100 times. And you would keep thinking, oh, I'm such and such.
He'll Pharaoh
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you get in this position of where, okay, I'm this position, I don't deserve that, he'll show you otherwise. He'll bring you low really quick. Read it again.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
The Most High has chosen you. Right? The Most High has chosen you. Where you at? Romans what?
12 and verse 16.
Just write this down. He's going to throw this in there. Read Romans 12 and 16. Read.
Be of the same mind one toward another.
Go ahead.
Mind not high things.
Do what?
Mind not high things.
It says don't mind high things. You got brothers and sisters, man, that barely learn the truth. You want to mind everything else instead of learning and getting it the right way. You got brothers and sisters, their zeal eating them up so much, and that ego, that zeal with ego, they don't want to sit and learn. They don't want to learn the right way and teach our people the right way. They just what? Yeah, they always telling you, I've been in this truth 4 years, brother. I'm a high priest.
Yeah, it's like you said, you learn one thing and then you think you know everything.
Yeah, it's like
Christ is black don't cover everything. The Hebrews are dark skinned don't cover everything.
Right.
Knowing that what tribe you come from, that don't cover and make you a teacher.
Right.
That don't give you all supreme knowledge over everything. It's about, I mean, think about it. You've been in the truth a long time, and you still learn. Am I right or am I wrong?
All the time, every day, from brothers, from sisters. We were talking about a situation, and I had said to him today, I said, what that elder didn't learn is that he was supposed to still be learning from people amongst him. Because you can learn from so-called lower-ranking brothers all the time. All the time. But if you are thinking, oh, no, I got it all, you're not going to learn.
I got every gift.
Yeah.
You got every talent.
You don't got it. There's certain things that individuals have amongst us that you're supposed to be coveting the best gifts. And me as a so-called leader, I can say, I learned from all brothers and sisters, good and bad. I'm picking the jewels.
Right.
I'm taking the gifts and saying, dang, I need to be more like that. I watch brothers and sisters, I need to take more of that.
Because the scripture didn't say covet the best gifts from the nigga, like the brother that's your only equal or the brother above you.
Yeah, like
to covet earnestly the best gifts.
Right.
We all
like that only applied to you when you got to a bishop.
Yeah.
And then after a bishop, you don't need no more gifts.
Yeah, you got all of them.
You got all of them.
Whatever gifts you get at that point, that's all you need.
Yeah, you're an officer, you're a general of 13 shield, and you don't need no more gifts. A lot of brothers are studious. There's a lot of brothers out that school-wise, they were quick to pick up in school. And that's how they're treated as knowledge. That's egotistical, man. That's narcissistic. You're supposed to be learning this and trying to do it the right way. Trying to teach the right way. Not half-ass in and out the truth, and then you come back, and all of a sudden you come back and you're anointed yourself 30 shield general. It's like, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get your diploma from? This is the pride in the egotistical spirit that we got to kill in Israel. And if you are a sincere brother or sister, look at it yourself. Judge your own self. And say, yeah, you know what? I didn't stay consistent. And now I see why I'm double-minded. Why I'm wavering. Why I'm tossed to and fro like a little child. You got to be straight up with yourself just like I got to be straight up with myself. Read that. Read that where you at again.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Be of the same mind one toward another.
Right.
Mind not high things.
Read.
But condescend to men of low faith.
Uh-huh.
Be not wise in your own conceit.
You see that? Condescend. You got to sit down and be humble. You got to come down to be able to understand. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm learning this, and I learned this because when I came in, just like some of you brothers, knuckleheads out there, is what? I figured I'm 16, 17, but guess what? I know how to blaze these scriptures. Oh, at 16, 17, I rip your whole life up. But what I didn't have is experience.
Balance.
I didn't have balance. I didn't have...
restored in the spirit of meekness.
I didn't have, restored in the spirit of meekness. I didn't have diligence, but I had a lot of Bible verses. At 16 and 17, I was dope. Right?
Brothers, you
20.
Ordinances.
20, I was a killer. But when I started and open up a camp, I really realized that there was a lot more things to do these works. And a lot more things needed. So what did I have to do? I had to go to the next man and constantly try to eat off of his wisdom. And get all those things that I needed to grow to my service, my duty, my office. See, this is what the Most High is trying to show us, man, that we got to continually stay humble or else you're going to get lost in the clouds. Come on, read you're done with that. Read John 15 and 16 again, and then give me Romans 13 and 1.
St. John chapter 15 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Ye have not chosen me,
right?
But I have chosen you.
Yeah, the Most High chose you. You're nobody. We are nobody. Go ahead.
And ordain you that ye should go forth and bring forth fruit. And that your fruit.
That's your job. That's your job. Your job, my job, our job is to bring forth fruit. You worried about arguing. You worried about fighting. You worried about some fictitious power. But are you bringing forth fruit? Think about it. You caught up into everything else. But where's your fruit? Now, fruits in what? Yourself. And fruits in doing works to bring forth. Because you got to have fruit within yourself, right? You can't correct anybody until, what did it say? Your own.
Avenging all disobedience once your obedience is fulfilled.
Right. So you can't revenge until your obedience is fulfilled. So you want to cut and chice and chop somebody's heads off. But you haven't even fulfilled the basic in obedience within yourself. Once again, this is not a check to 1, to 2, to 3. It's a check to all of us to keep our minds in the right place So Christ, when he come back, you don't be a castaway. We don't be castaways. Read Romans 13:1.
Romans chapter 13.
No, finish that. I'm sorry, finish that.
And that your fruit shall remain.
And that your fruit shall remain. Go ahead.
That whatsoever ye ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
Right, because everything is given of the Father. Once again, right? All position, all power, all rank, all wisdom, right, is given of the Most High. So whether I'm speaking the wisdom and I'm saying, oh, you know what, I know this Bible. Well, if you're going to teach, are you yourself a castaway? Like you told me the other day, the brother, you seen him in the black background smoking blunts and then teaching. Yeah. But then he was like, pray for me because I'm smoking blunts. Then you don't got nothing. You gotta there gotta be some standard, right? But why isn't it a standard? Because it's egotistical madness. You want to be, yeah, you're profitable to yourself, but you're so strung out on being this teacher, but you can't teach yourself. Nothing in you is saying, you know what, let me step back and get myself in order. Right. And let me check myself because I'm wavering. You know how many brothers and sisters, man, in their head, they be wavering, but come in class talking about, yeah, my family member, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like, what's wrong with them, Negro? The same thing that's wrong with you. That they're wavering and double-minded. But you over there like, yeah, I don't know, they're off. You better take that out of your, you need to take that out of your vocabulary. Because you got to check yourself. Yeah, they're off. But are you looking at yourself? Are you in control of your own limbs and members and mind state? Y'all understand that? Con? Go ahead. All right, go from there. Go to Romans 13:1.
Romans chapter 13, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher power.
Go ahead.
For there is no power but of Yahweh.
So read that part again.
For there is no power but of Yahweh.
So your position don't matter, man. We supposed to be bringing forth fruit to the Most High. Now, positions, and let all things be done decently and in order. Yes. The Most High said that. But is it got to your head? You got brothers at home in their house knowing dang well you're doing things that's off around your wife. But when she tells you in the slightest way, you don't want to get right. Because why? You're an egotistical, proud, stubborn, rebellious brother. But then you'll come back real quick. Oh, you know what? Brothers is off. My ribs off. Well, where's the Spirit exerting from you? Where's the humility of Yahweh Shai exerting from you? When you know what you're doing is wrong, and she voices it, instead of you saying, you know what, you're right. That is off. I'm going to correct my ways. You got to be the man. You got to be the proud leader. But that pride is going to destroy you. You should at least consider, like you said earlier, like the scripture says, a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear. See? But a humble man, he'll be considerate. But what's your first reaction? No, I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to be told that. And you don't got no pride? And you don't see the Most High is not with that.
Or you can't tell me nothing because I got rank over you.
Yeah, you can't tell me nothing because I got rank over you. Why would that even come out of your dang mouth? Why? That's Yahweh Shai's quote. You can't tell me nothing because I got rank over you. If you're doing wrong, you're going to be told. Even though it says rebuke not elder, all it's saying is that you got to watch how you come to an elder. But if you see your elder falling, you're not going to be like, I can't say nothing because he's an elder. You got to tell him. You just got to do it in the right way. Everybody can be corrected. Anybody can be corrected. you're going to just let your brother fall? No, you're going to say something, right? Good. But, you know, dealing with your elders, you better know what the hell you're talking about. That's the thing. You got to know what you're talking about. All right, go from there. Go to Psalm 62 and 11. Go to Psalm 62 and 11. And like the brother said in the YouTube, this is definitely long overdue, man. There's too many high-minded Israelites, too many high-minded ranking brothers, man, that think they're somebody and they're nobody. There's too many brothers trying to take on power that is really, we don't have no power. The Most High can reveal you any second and remove you out of a position. Remove you out of a situation. The Most High can have everything crumble at 1 minute. So you're right. This is long overdue. I'm going to say it again. Not saying we're the epitome. And I'm saying that for the Most High to know. I'm not saying we're perfect and we're better. I'm saying that this is what we all have to work on. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 62 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
The Most High has spoken once.
Go ahead.
Twice.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Twice have I heard this.
Right.
That power belongeth unto the Most High.
Right. All power is of who?
The Most High.
All powers of who?
The Most High.
What do we say when we pray? All powers of who, class?
The Most High.
All powers of Yahweh. Right? All powers of who?
Yahweh.
All powers of who?
Yahweh.
Like, there's no power that's not given of the Most High. So Esau sitting up in his own little throne, that's given of the Most High. You got brothers sitting down in there, whatever, if you feel like that's a throne, that's of the Most High. You know what I mean? That everything, whether bishop, pastor, deacon, your power is of the Most High. Go from there. Go to Job. No, Psalms 22 and 6. And then Job 25.
Psalms 22, verse 6.
Go ahead.
But I am a worm.
For what?
But I am a worm.
Read it again.
But I am a worm.
Oh, no, you owe me something, brother.
But I am a worm.
Oh, no, I've been doing this since I was 15. You owe me something.
But I am a worm.
You don't owe me nothing. That's how I look at it. You don't owe me nothing. And everything that is and happens is probably good for me and due to me. That's how, if you don't set your mind like that, you will lose. You will lose in this truth. David was saying he's a what?
A worm.
Go ahead.
And no man a reproach of men.
Right.
Read it right.
Yeah, read it again.
Read it right.
But I am a worm.
And no man.
Right. I am a worm and no man. How many of you think like that? How many of us think like that and really understand that there's nothing due to me? There's nothing owed to me. The Most High don't owe me nothing. I owe the Most High everything. There's nothing that a brother or a sister owes me. I owe my nation. Because for the last whatever amount of years, you've been committing adultery with the daughters of Zion. You've been running trains on the daughters of Israel. You've been selling dope to your people. You've been robbing, stealing, thieving. And I'm just naming, whatever it was you did in the world, you did it. You didn't go do it for the white. Come on, man. These cats, you ain't going to the white man's neighborhood and robbing them.
Right.
You owe your nation, man. You was in the hood stealing sneakers from your own people, selling your own people crack and weed. Yep. You owe your nation. But a lot of brothers come in and you think, okay, now I got the truth. I don't owe nobody nothing. That nigga's wicked, That's why you brothers think, oh, he's wicked. They're wicked. That's the 2/3. You don't know who the 2/3 is until he gets back. What the hell are you talking about? That's the 2/3. Like you just automatically knew that was the 2/3. Why? Because their initial reaction. I mean, majority of Israel's initial reaction is hard-headedness and stubbornness. But eventually, they go home and that knucklehead thinks about it. So how could you say that's a 2/3? They're the wicked. You don't know who the 2/3 of wicked is. You need to chill the hell out and sit down and be humble. We don't know who that is. You can't, everybody's not a castaway. I had to learn this over time. Everybody that leaves the school is not wicked. Everybody that leaves the school might just be, some of them that leave the school or schools might just be the prodigal son. Right?
God.
That's what the prodigal son was going to do, come back, right? But you wouldn't know if they're the prodigal son till when?
They come back.
They come back. So you misjudged again. You judged wrong again.
And you know what the sad part is?
They went out from among us because they were not of us. But if they were of us, they would have continued with us. We know that. But they're going to be revealed what their works are. Some people just have weaknesses. They don't turn back to Beelzebub. They don't turn back to worshiping demons and Satan. They might just fall out because they're weak. But they fall out and some of them still study. You know when they went out from among us and they were not of us applies? When they returned right back to the vomit, the world, the things of the wicked, doing wickedness, smoking dope and being, not even that, going back and denying Christ and crucifying Christ afresh, right? Or else, you never know. A righteous man falls 7 times, right?
God.
But what chance did you give them? What opportunity did you give them? What you was going to say,
No, I was going to say, even that judgment of, oh, this brother's a 2/3 or this brother's wicked. A lot of times those same men, you're judging a man off of what you did prior.
Right.
We gotta wake up and look at it, man. Everything that they do out there in the world, you did. You might have not did it to the level. You might have not sold drugs, but you smoked some damn weed. You might have not smoked weed, but you were prideful as hell and haughty.
Right.
You are on some level of what they do out there. Mm-hmm. So it's always you know what they are? A reminder. They're really a reminder to say, don't go back to that. Not to really judge them to the point like, oh, and count them wicked. You gonna get that a thumbs down or what? Not to count them wicked and say that they're the 2/3 or they're, because again, we don't know.
Right.
They're the example of what you once were, for you to have compassion.
Right.
They're the example of what you once were, for you to condescend down to them and say, listen, brother, let me help you up.
Right.
Now we know the scriptures say what? They're hard-headed as hell. Israel's hard-headed.
Stubborn, stiff-necked.
Stiff-necked. They're gonna make their faces hard. You make your face harder.
Right.
So we really, if we're all in the right mind, as leaders, as new people, members, whatever you in the middle, it's really about, delete that whoever is there talking about Christ as a sorcerer. Yeah, get him out of here. But it's about being in the right mind. Yeah, it's like, we just talked about that. Like, it's like crap like that. Like, you hop on the feed to do what? To teach? To lie?
They're clowns.
To mislead people? Like, come on.
He said Christ is a sorcerer?
He said Christ was a sorcerer and his name was Arichmus. Like, come on. But that's what we talk about. It's like you want to...
Don't even pay attention.
It's
some guy in the basement, butt naked, beating off to himself.
But that's the point. That's the point, though.
Don't worry about that.
That's exactly what we were talking about. You got brothers that, or whoever the hell it is, will hop on to do what? To toot my own horn. I want to toot my horn and I want to be somebody. So I'm going to hop on somebody else's feet. You ain't never hopped on it ever. You want to hop on and make some dumb comments. Why? To be noticed?
Let me go on, man.
Go
ahead. Read that again. Psalms 22, 6 and 7. Then I want you to go to Job.
God.
Go ahead.
But I am a worm.
I am a what?
A worm.
Right.
And no man.
Read.
A reproach of men and despise of the people.
Go ahead.
All they that see me laugh me to scorn.
And I know you were saying, well, that's what David, when he was down and out because his son died, and right? But listen, they hiss and they wag their head at you now. They laugh you to scorn. They still laugh at our nation. So don't think you in no better position. We're still the offscouring of the earth, our people, our nation.
God.
Go ahead.
They shoot out the lip. They shake the head.
Right.
Saying he trusts on the Lord. That he would deliver him.
Right.
Let him deliver him.
Right. And that's supposed to be our example. That the Most High is with us. Not I'm going to force some power. I'm going to force some majesty. The power is given of the Most High. Go to Job 25:4.
Job chapter 25 verse 4.
Go ahead.
How then can man be justified with the Most High?
That's why I said, which one of us has not sinned today? How can a man be justified? And you know what? I know you prideful, cocky niggas said, well, I didn't sin today.
That right there was a sin.
I know you said it in your head. It was like, well, I didn't do nothing. I didn't sin. I was blameless
today.
But that be the first thing that us as men, we don't even sit back and consider and say, damn, did I sin? Did I do something? The first reaction was that cocky-ass pride spirit. And you know why I can read your mind? Because that's what's in you. And you got to let that go. That's how you know it's a glitch in the matrix. It's a glitch in your spirit, man. Because you need to let that mind state go. You should ask yourself, damn, what did I do today? Did I do something that was off, wrong, out of the spirit? Right? You got to know that. You should already know what you did out of the spirit today. Before I even asked, you should already been able to say, yeah, well, I did do this earlier. Because you checked yourself, right? Go ahead, read.
Or how can he be clean that is born of a woman?
And that's the question. And see, we forget these things. We get in a position of rank. And now you're the only sole surviving truth bearer.
Damn.
Right?
Like
you're Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, you bear the sword, you bear the chalice.
Yeah, like
you sit in the throne.
And brothers don't understand. Many shall come in my name saying I'm Christ and deceive many. You know what that means? That means that you are trying to say that nobody can get the truth but through you. That's dangerous. Dangerous. I'm going to say it again. We said it 1,000,000 times here. You're going to teach somebody in the jungles with internet. They're in the jungles right now in a tent with internet watching class. Right? And guess what? They're going to be teaching peoples in the jungles in the internet. Are you going to say, well, because they're not here right here at this point in time, that they're not in the truth? Nah, man, they're going to take this truth and spread it. Right? They're going to build.
Or they're not in the truth until they get the headband or the shirt
right
that has your acronym on it.
Right.
That's what it's really about.
Nah.
You ain't got my acronym on, so you could be a part of the school if you got on the shirt and the headband.
Then now that you're part of the acronym.
Now you're part of the acronym, you can get salvation.
Bang out these niggas.
No, you can get salvation. But if you're in the jungles watching, you can't be saved.
Listen, this is a check. This is a check to all of us.
Yeah.
We gotta watch it. We gotta watch it. You know, it's like what we say when we see other Hebrew Israelite brothers. We don't teach brothers in here not to salute, not to say shalom, you know, even though they might have badmouthed, they might have spoke. You still show brotherly love. Render not evil. What happened to that?
Nope.
What happened to render not evil for evil?
They're wicked,
Right, but still, render not evil for evil.
No, but they're wicked. I got to rebuke them sharply.
Render not evil for evil.
I'm just doing what the Bible says.
It says avoid foolish and vain babbling.
It says stand up for the gospel. You go back and you see how they justify it.
Yeah, it does stand up for the gospel, but metal not many matters. That let them do what they're doing.
You got more than me, sir.
Nah, I don't. I think we can do this all day, really. You know, because that's the state of mind. But that's where the confusion gets in.
Yep.
You know, and nobody is able to say, you know what, yeah, I'm just going to bow out on this one. Right? All right, go ahead. Where you at?
Job chapter 25 verse 5.
Go ahead.
Behold, even the moon, and it shineth not. Yea, the stars are not pure in his sight.
This is the stars. There's nothing pure before the Most High.
Damn.
But you walking around with your cocky chest, with your braids and fringes and Hebrew, what is it? No. Bravado, right? And guess what? We're nothing. Before the Most High, we don't shine like the sun and the moon and the stars. Because a lot of this dirt is still in our spirit. A lot of filth is still clouding us. It clouds our mind. It clouds our judgment. Go ahead.
How much less man?
Right. It says, how much less man? If the sun ain't bright before him and the stars, how much less man? You know why you got to keep telling yourself this? Because you think you're owed something. You think you're better. You think you get in the rank, you get in the position, and now you're supreme being. Now you are Yahweh Shai. It's sickening, man. Go from there, go to go from there, go to 1 Corinthians 3, verse 20.
You gotta finish that.
Oh, finish it. I'm sorry. Oh, right. Finish.
How much less man? That is a worm.
Right. How much less? What did David say? A worm, right? How much less? Are we worms physically? No. So it's showing you the estate and the mind state that Job and David were in, to show that before the Most High, I'm nothing. We're nothing. Y'all get that? All right. Job. 1 Corinthians 3 and 20. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 20.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 20.
And
again, the Most High knoweth the thoughts of the wise.
Go ahead.
That they are vain.
That they are what?
Are vain.
Yeah. You once again, knowledge puffeth up. There's been so many times with all the wisdom and understanding that you tried to do everything right, and guess what? Something went wrong. You tried to do everything right. You tried to follow all the rules. And the Most High, there is still something there that's going to try your heart and reveal what type of brother you are. He said it's vain. You're vain. We're vain. Go ahead.
Therefore, let no man glory in men.
It says, let no man glory in men. Love your brothers. Scripture say, give credit where credit is due. It says, honor the brother, right? It says, honor the king, right? But really, the glory is not in men. The glory is in the Most High that justifies, that raises men, and makes us great through his word and wisdom and understanding. That's what makes you great. And a lot of us don't want to be great because we don't want to humble down to that mentality. So we would never be great. Because why? You owe me something. The truth owes me something. The Most High owes me something. Oh, I ain't submitting to that because the Most High owes me something. He doesn't owe us nothing. Don't glory in yourself. Don't glory in your mind, in your spirit. Don't glory in another man. Go ahead.
For all things are yours.
Right. Everything the Most High gave. Listen, we all equally have been given the things that's needed from the Most High.
Listen, it says the grace of the Most High that appeareth to all men.
Right.
Not just to one school or one guy or one sister or one brother or one leader or one member. It says the grace of the Most High that appeareth to all men.
Right.
We all got the chance to get the grace.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you damn live in Zimbabwe or if you live here in America. It don't matter. If you're an Israelite man or woman or child, the Most High has given you grace.
Yeah.
So don't nobody bamboozle you and trick you out of thinking that if you're not in one location under one acronym, or if you don't have as much knowledge as the next man, that you're not allowed the grace.
Right.
You're not allowed the things that are all ours.
And I'm hoping we didn't come off that way, because truthfully it's like brothers and sisters ask us, well, if I'm not there, how do I do this or that or this? Mm-hmm. And the thing is that you can do it, and the unity has to still be built, but that doesn't make you less of a person.
Right.
It doesn't make you less of a brother, or it doesn't make me greater than you. You just got to get in the motion of what needs to be done. So don't get it misconstrued when you're told to get in the motion of things that need to be accomplished of the spirit. It doesn't mean that you're less. You just got to do those things. Y'all get that?
Good.
It doesn't mean that brothers and sisters don't work together. I got to say this, because you got a lot of people who will come back and say, trust not a man. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that brotherhood, how good and how pleasant it is for a brother to dwell together in unity. See, it doesn't mean, trust not a man don't mean that I'm no longer in unity. I'm a nigga now. I'm separate. I'm a division. I'm about discord. So don't get us twisted, and don't try to use this as a cloak of maliciousness for you to be an individual. You still got to do what the scriptures say. The scriptures say how good and how pleasant for brothers to dwell together in unity. He says that not forsaking yourselves of the assembling of yourselves together, as a manner of some do. So don't try to warp it, and don't try to chip off scriptures up. Understand the scriptures in their entirety. That yes, we do unify. Yes, we do gather ourselves together. But at the same time, I'm not asking you to call me God or King Supreme. I'm not asking you to call him or him or him or him or her. Right? That's what we're not asking. We're asking you to put your trust in the Most High. You know why it's better that way? It's better that way. Because if you make them trust in the Most High, then you can always come back and say, I never told you to follow me to jump over a bridge. You were supposed to follow Christ. Right? When they come back and, well, I seen the other brother do it. You were supposed to follow Christ. You see how from the young to the elders, you can't use that. You can't come and say, well, Lamai, you can't come and say, well, I seen Shathak, I seen him doing it. You were supposed to follow Christ. And if he did something wrong, then you were supposed to say, okay, that was wrong in him. Either let me say something, let the brother know, somebody know that he's doing that wrong, and vice versa. Right? And then if you see it in the so-called head, then you're supposed to say, hey, where's that at? Is that right? You see that? Because that's how you don't trust in man. Not running in a closet, covering yourself with a cape, talking about, no, I don't need brothers. That's not it. So I don't want y'all to throw that and add that in there, that madness. We still build. We still gather. We still accomplish the holy convocation. We still got order. We still got unity. Just like in your house. Yep. Your rib can't say, well, Kazaki said, trust not a man.
Right. Now all of a sudden, obey the powers of that or obey the powers that be no longer stand.
Yeah. Your rib can't say, you know what? The scriptures say, listen, put your trust not in man.
So I can't trust every decision.
Right.
Oh, but brothers won't stand for that. They'd be like, hell no.
Nah, there's 50,000 scriptures.
Yeah, oh yeah.
50,000 scriptures in your forehead.
Right, yeah.
So don't get it twisted. We're not saying that. What we're saying is continually focus on pleasing the Most High, and then the man won't be an equation. Then you won't get egotistical and put yourself above the Most High. Go ahead and read on. Who's reading?
Whether Paul or Apollos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it on that. Go to Psalms 39 and 4. Psalms 39 verse 4. Come on, we only got 20 minutes left, 30 minutes left. Go ahead.
Psalms 39 verse 4.
No. Go ahead, read that.
Lord, make me to know mine end.
Go ahead.
And the measure of my days.
Yeah, because the Most High is the only one that can measure your days. He can be the only one to throw you off, put you on, take you off the path, put you on the path. He's the only one. Go ahead.
What is it? What it is that I may know how frail I am.
Yeah, see, you know what this is about? You know what we're seeing now? You're frail. A man is frail. That brother can easily get hit by a car and his head pop off his body. He's frail. You are frail. So there's no reason for you to think above the measure than you you are.
And as soon as that wisdom that the Most High endows you with that spirit, to be that leader, he can strip you of that spirit, just like Saul. It's like this, man. It don't take no time, because that frailness, we're easily, not all, but that double-mindedness creeps in, that lack of obedience creeps in, where a man, you can fall to anything. What do we fall to? Women and wine and just carnality all around.
Your feelings got hurt because your woman left. You lost your job. You want to kill yourself. You
no longer apply wisdom.
Somebody gets an attitude with you. You want to go pop a bottle and drink your brains out.
And then you no longer apply wisdom.
That's how frail we are as men. This is what we have to see. Come on.
Verse 5. Behold, thou hast made my days as an handbreadth.
It says your days are a handbreadth. Meaning that, you know, at any second, the length of your days can end. Right? 99, 100. He said if you be of full strength, 120, I think it is. Your days are nothing. Our days are nothing. That's why right now, we're supposed to be doing everything with the grace of the Most High and humility. Come on, go ahead.
And my age is as nothing before thee.
Go ahead.
Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity.
It says every man at his best state. So if you lifting that dude up, you lifting that brother or sister up, you lifting yourself up. We at our best state are to the Most High nothing. So stop walking around so damn cocky. Stop thinking that the truth is due to you. And start pleasing and taking the actions to show forth and glorify Yahweh Shai and our members. That's what this is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about anything else, man. Anything else is vanity. Anything else is vanity and vexation of spirit. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Verse
6. Surely every man walketh in a vain show.
It says you walk in a vain shoe. I'm ISPHBK. I'm GOCC. I'm GMS. That's vain. I'm Israel United in Christ. That don't mean
You're an acronym.
That don't mean nothing, man. What are we doing? Right? What are you doing? Well, I'm this brother. I've been through all this in my life, and I came to the truth. The Most High owes me. You don't. That's vain. You don't owe. The Most High don't owe you nothing. I've been cast down all my life. I came for the truth to prosper. You're vain, and it's a vain show. It's a vain show for us to think that means anything. It doesn't. It doesn't. This is. You know, these scriptures are the Spirit of the Most High put together is really reminding me, man, that we're nothing. At any second, the Most High can do the snap his fingers and you lose it. You lose it all. And the Most High is gracious, so he'll let you get up there too. He'll let your pride get into the clouds. You'll get these amount of men. You'll get this rib. You get this house, you get this car, and he just shows you nothing, and you lose it. And then to show that you were vain and you trusted in vanity, your feelings get hurt, right? You get mad and angry instead of saying, "Wait a minute, it's the will of the Most High." That's how you know it's egotistical and narcissistic, because you got it all from the Most High. And when he took it away, you think you brought it. Well, I'll go back and work for that again. I know he took it away, but I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna try to do things to circumvent the will of the Most High. And we can't, because unless it's built on the house, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house will soon be overthrown. Unless the Most High do it, it don't matter. Go ahead, read.
Surely they are disquieted in vain. He heapeth up riches.
Go ahead.
And knoweth not who shall gather them.
You know, I say it all the time when I talk about my kids in class. You know why I say it? Because I'm not stupid and I'm clear. That I raised my kids in the truth. but are they going to stay in the truth? That's how vain man is. You don't know. You don't know who's going to abide and not abide. You don't know who's going to be fickle and not fickle. One minute you come in, I'll die for the truth, right? Your cape is flapping, and the next minute he's what? I don't know, Mark.
We get blown away with that same wind.
Yeah.
The same wind your cape flapped in blew your ass out of the tree. It's terrible. You got light in the butt.
Yeah.
You got light.
You see it many times. So you don't have to put up a persona, a fakeness, a phoniness. You don't have to, you're the tough guy. You don't got to do that. We don't have to do that because we're nothing. Go ahead.
And now, Lord, what wait I for?
Right. So go from there. Go to James 4 verse 13. James 4 verse 13. Now let's get into these things, man. These right here.
James chapter 4 verse 13.
Read.
James 4:13.
Go ahead.
Go to now. Ye that say today or tomorrow.
Right. He said, go. You brothers, us brothers and sisters that say, yeah, tomorrow, today, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You know, I'm going to go over here, man. I'm going to meet old girl. Go ahead.
We will go into such a city.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to go over here. We're going to go do this fair. Go ahead.
And continue there a year.
Right. We're going to be over the year and to teach. Go ahead.
And buy and sell. And get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on tomorrow.
Right. You don't even know what was going to be tomorrow. But you're not giving glory to the Most High. That's why I said it's a vain, the scriptures say it's a vain show. That's all, man. All that fictitious power, that's vain. There's no power but that which is given of the Most High. Y'all have to remember this, man. So you can keep going to the end and do greater works. Because your works will be great. The Most High will make you shine. But if you put Him first, that's the only time you're going to shine. That's the only time the YouTubes or Facebook or street speakings mean anything. When we lift Him up. You understand that? When Yahweh Shai is raised up, He will draw men unto you. But you lifting you up, it's going to fall. It's going to crumble. Y'all get that?
Con.
Y'all bear witness to that?
Con.
That's right. What's up? Go ahead.
For what is your life?
It
is even a vapor.
Right. Your life's a vapor. What you getting caught up on? And man, you so quick to betray the Most High for something carnal or egotistical, your pride. But your life's a vapor. Right? If you ain't doing this the right way, man, then it's worth nothing even that much more. Read.
That appeareth for a little time.
Right.
And then vanish away.
Read.
For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will.
So he said, really what you supposed to be saying? If what?
If the Lord will.
Read.
We shall live.
Right. That's what we supposed to be saying. If it be the will of the Most High, we're going to do this. If it be the will of the Most High, we're going to do that. But what spirit does this scripture put your mind in? Humble. It brings you down to realize that you are vanity, vain. Christ said He will fold you up as a garment and tuck you away. That's it. Because when you realize we're nothing, that the whole world is in His hands, the whole world in His hands, then you're going to realize that you're just a pawn. And any second, He can take you out. You know, the only times we remember this? When somebody dies. Yeah. That's the only damn time you want to, wow, the Most High did. Wow, Him the power. It's like
Most High took Him out.
Yeah, like Most High died. Somebody died close to you, then you want to realize, damn, any second, I could be taken out.
How can you ever say the Most High kept us in?
Right.
It's never that. Like, damn, the Most High is keeping you.
But who's had a family member that died? Raise your hand. You had a family member that died? So who had a family member that died close to you? Like real close. How did that feel? They, right? Because your mind, you're like, it's almost unbelievable what is happening, right? But you're also in that mind of, wow, any second somebody can be taken from you. That's what we are. And you know why brothers are cocky? Because they don't think that. They think that everything they're doing is right. They think that everything you're doing is right. You don't think that some things might be wrong? That's why you got to stop. You got to watch yourself. You got to double check yourself, triple check, right? You got to make sure you are in the scriptures. You got to be willing to hear the words of the wise. You see how many checking process? That way you don't get cocky and prideful and you don't get puffed up. Because what's going to happen if something slips in, then you do get in a position of rank, of authority, and you abuse that. You do come into truth and think you're owed something. And you abuse the Most High's will and service. So, yeah, man. Come on, read on.
For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that.
That's what we're supposed to be saying. It's by the Most High's will we are here. It's by the Most High's will I got the truth. Yes. It's by the Most High's will I'm here, able to teach you the knowledge of the wisdom of the Most High and be put here to do His service because I'm garbage. I'm trash. How is the Most High using the garbage of the earth to confound the wise? That's what we are, the base things. You understand that? Come on, go ahead, read.
Verse 16. But now ye rejoice in your boastings.
Yeah, but he said what?
But now ye rejoice in your boastings.
Yeah, you rejoice in your car, in your house, and this or that. Go ahead.
All such rejoicing is evil.
It said, man, that rejoicing is evil. You boasting in what? What are you boasting in? You get happy we get happy for the most crazy things. Oh, she got the job. I got a car. I got a house. But really, is that what's really to boast over? It can be took at any second.
She had to get the job because it was one that was took.
Think about it.
Get the car because one was took.
What's that to boast into? About? We're supposed to be, we're supposed to be boasting in doing the will of the Most High. Not in boasting in things that are going to fail. Not boasting in ourselves or lifting up ourselves. That's going to fail. Go ahead.
Therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
Right. Go to 1 Corinthians 4 verse 6. 1 Corinthians 4 verse 6. So, once again, man, I'm hoping that these scriptures for the brothers and sisters, especially the ones that already know and we've been going over scriptures with, and you've been online with us, this is the type of spirit what we're trying to promote. And we got to continue to work towards. Not, I'm going to say it again, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. You're going to fall short. Lord knows that we will. But at the same time, we got to stay humble to keep moving forward. Listen, if you turn it around, you got people that condemn themselves because they're not up to standard. So you want to take this to another level? You got people that don't realize that they are nothing and that the Most High makes them great. And they figure, you know what, I'm always sinning. I messed up again. You know what, I'm going to just keep being wicked. You are wrong. You're supposed to be glorifying the Most High in you. You don't got the right to condemn yourself. See, but that's that ego. You still think you got the right. That's that pride. You still think you got the right. You still think you got the power to condemn yourself. He said vengeance is his, but you go, you know what, I'm just off. I'm just, well, what you do was on. What you do was right. Because you want to use that as a way to keep doing what you're doing instead of glorifying Yahushua in your body. All right, come on. 1 Corinthians 4 verse 6.
God, these things, brethren, I have in a figure transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sakes, that ye might learn in us not to think of men above that which is written.
Right, you see that? You know what he was saying? All these things that we're doing, the works we're distributing, we're building, I'm transferring it to everybody. Why? Because the Most High can use anybody. But we're finding out that he uses the humble. He don't use a proud, cocky Negro. So think about it. He can use anybody, but he's not going to use Saul. He's going to use him as an example of what not to be. He's going to use the humble. The meek shall inherit the earth. So he can use anybody, but are you willing to give yourself and humble yourself to be that great individual? Read.
That no one of you be puffed up.
That no one of... See, he was telling the Apollos, the Timothys, the Titus. He was telling himself. He was telling all of us that none of us be what?
Puffed up.
Go ahead.
For one against another.
Right. So if the Most High distributed the gift, the word, the wisdom of the Most High to each and every man, how could we be puffed up over each other? That's what he's telling us. This has been distributed to everybody. So this has happened so you wouldn't be puffed up. You're good at something that I'm not at. You're good at something that I'm not. Right? We all are good at certain things, and some are better at other things. But everybody is useful in parts of the body to keep you humble. To keep you understanding, I need my brothers, I need my sisters, I need the Most High, I need you. It says, all things can't be in the Son of Man. And if you can find that for me. It says, all things can't be in the Son of Man. There's no one man upon this earth that you can say, him got everything. Him got everything. We're all striving for that. There's no one man. So, you see how being puffed up, how getting prideful is vanity and vainglories? There's nothing. There's not one brother. Everybody's going to make mistakes. What? Go ahead, read. I thought it's in the hand. Go ahead.
That no one of you be puffed up.
Go ahead.
For one against another.
Come on.
For who maketh thee to differ from another?
Right. So it says he made you to differ from one another. Why? Go ahead.
And what hast thou
And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? So what is Paul checking? He's checking that pride. Which is one of you that will rape? You walk out of bed one day and you had 1,000,000 scriptures in your head. You had to be taught. So why are you being cocky or prideful? No, I wasn't taught. Nobody never taught me. Gabriel came to me. I put the Bible on my head one day, and scriptures started flowing to me. Yeah, like, really?
Teleported into your brain.
But this is what Paul said. Which one of you? Everybody was given something for a reason. We were all shown. Go ahead.
Now, if thou didst receive it, why doest thou glory? As if thou hast not received it. Now,
you see that? It says, why are you glorying as though you didn't receive it? You acting like another brother can't learn that Christ is black. Like you the only brother that learned you're a Hebrew Israelite. Everybody has received it, right? But how are we using it? How are we building on that? What are we showing forth in that with the word of the Most High? Right? Paul said that too. How we build upon this foundation. Go ahead, read.
Verse 8. Now ye are full. Now ye are
okay,
rich.
No, read 7 again. I like that verse.
God.
7, one more time.
For who maketh thee to differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not receive. Now if thou didst receive it, why doest thou glory, as if thou hadst not received it?
Right, or if thou hadst not received it. So we got to understand everything we're receiving and everything we're doing is to do the service of the Most High. He didn't give you this just to stack knowledge. He's giving you this learning and wisdom, not to just teach your household and get them in order. And then next you know, everybody else, your whole nation is out there. This is to keep us giving to our people. Keep us doing for our nation. That's what this is about. Go to Galatians 6 verse 3. No, that's not the one I was looking for. Is that the one? No, go to Galatians 6 and 3. Read this.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
For if a man think himself to be something.
If he what?
For if a man think himself to be something.
Go ahead.
When he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
Right. Now, we know all the scriptures on order. We know all the scriptures on husbands. Wives, obey your husbands. So does this mean that the wife can go to you and say, you know what, nigga, you ain't nothing? What is this telling us? Who can tell us? Go ahead, Haram.
We're just all ants.
Right, we're all ants. What else? What else, Jeremiah? There it is. Not to try to give yourself more credit than is. Right? You got to think about it. You fight to make it to the next job. Make it to the next paycheck. Next light bill. Right? You're fighting to make sure you're studying all the time. And some of us, let's put these things into perspective. Some of us is fighting just to make it day by day psychologically. You don't even know how to apply the scriptures to your basic everyday life. So where does this cockiness come from? Where does this pride come from? Right? Where does this, well, I told her. I told him. Your whole 3 times and then you gave up mercy on that brother or sister. But you were told 1 million times. Read it again.
For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
It says he deceiveth himself. So when you start to get into this mind state that you're owed something, that you're better, that you're doing for the Most High, he got to acknowledge you. You can't be told nothing. You're high priest, angelic angel realm, such and such. Go ahead.
But let every man prove his own work.
You're supposed to be doing what?
Prove his own work.
That's what you're supposed to be puffed up in. You want to be puffed up? Show me your works. What are you doing? Right? That's what you're supposed to be puffed up in. Where's my fruit? Look at my charity, my love, my compassion, my brotherhood. Look at my building. You puffed up because you're what? Selfish? You got brothers and sisters selfish as hell puffed up. Because you're trying to be an individual, you're puffed up off of that. Prove your works. If you're so great, where are your works at? Has your counsel gotten better? Has your long suffering gotten better? Has your patience gotten better? Huh? Has your love for the brotherhood gotten better? Has your charity gotten better? Has those things gotten better? Right? Have your unity and the bond of the peace, endeavoring to keep the unity of the brotherhood, has that gotten to better? Has the fruits of the Spirit gotten better? Or your vainglory is telling you why you're better? You're better than this brother because what? You got a few fringes? You got a few beards? You know what I mean? Switching your beards out? Damn. That's why we're better? No, we're better, and the only way we're going to be better is through our works proving to the Most High. Go ahead.
And then he shall have rejoicing in himself alone.
Why don't brothers rejoice and be joyous and happy? Why are you angry all the time? Why are you mad all the time? Because you ain't got no works, no fruits in the spirit. You still battling whether you should fight for a woman, a car, a house, a job. And you have yet still, you got the knowledge, you got the Bible, but you're not proving your own works and saying, this is what I'm doing for Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. That's what we supposed to be glorying in. Not glorying in because you got fringes and a beard and because you didn't eat pork this week. Do like a Joker. Right? Bro, yay! Yay! You didn't eat pork this week. Yay! You made it to class this week. Right? What are you saying to yourself? Where you need to be glorying in? You should be glorying in the spiritual things. And the things that's moving you forward to do great works for the Most High and for Yahweh Shai. Not in an acronym. Not in rank. Not in position. Not in just because you're a big killer. You got 40 guns at home. Those brothers, like, you want to tell me about your gun collection. You want to show me your gun collection. Like, nigga, so what? I got Yahweh Shai on my side.
That's right.
Like, you showing me your gun collection or how big your house is. That ain't nothing to glory in. What you doing in the spirit? Because all I smell is weed on you. All I smell is blunts.
Blunt ash.
And you're a drunkard. And you're going by day trying to build your kingdom on earth. But you ain't building the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. That's what we supposed to be glorying in, what we're doing in charity and love to the body. Go ahead.
And not in another.
Right, and not... See, you always worried about somebody else. Worry about yourself. Then you'll start seeing, wait a minute, where you lack. When your obedience is fulfilled, then you can get on everybody else and start to, hey, brother, check that out. But you ain't doing nothing. You sitting around doing the bare minimum for the Most High and Yahweh Shai. Go to Proverbs 26, verse 12. Romans 12 and 3. Come on. We got 10 minutes.
Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit?
Go ahead.
There is more hope of a fool than of him.
Yeah, the scripture said a wise man will hear and increase in learning. When did that stop? That stopped because you were a general? That stopped because you was what? In the truth 4 or 5 years? That stopped because you was in the truth 10 years? When did this supposed to stop? Like, you said to yourself, oh, you know what? That scripture don't apply to me no more. Read it again.
Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit?
Right.
There is more hope of a fool than of him.
Right. There's more hope of a fool. Why? Because you think you know every damn thing all the time. Wear out the doorsteps. Nope. I'm wise in my own conceit. A wise man will hear and receive learning. Nope. I know it. I know it all.
I know everything.
I know everything. Really, God? Yeah. Because in 79 I was an assassin. In 84 I was learning the truth. I was a high priest in 99. Like how you did everything.
While I was going through Navy SEAL training, I was a killer.
Hey, stop it. Because you just don't want nobody to add nothing to you. Conceit. What do you got?
Imagination. It says fancy and excessively favorable opinion of one's own ability.
That goes right back into ego. Narcissist. That goes right back into you're so high in the clouds that everything you do is right. This says where 2 or 3 are gathered, there is Christ. How come everybody telling you you're wrong, but you swear you're right? See, this this is where we go off. A lot of us go off. It'd be like 30 people tell us like, that's wrong. You got new people walking in the door like, that don't seem right.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that. Then you got the elders who confirm that. And then what? You still don't want to see you're wrong. You're right in your own conceit. You're right in your own mind. Go ahead.
There is more hope of a fool than of him.
Why? Because he's at least a fool or unlearned person can listen and hear and change. But somebody that already knows everything, nothing can be changed. Why? Because there's nothing you can tell them. There's nothing you can tell them. But that's why they're tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Because they're wise in their own conceit. But yet not. Right? Go from there. Go to Romans 12 and 3.
Romans. Chapter 12 and verse 3.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. That's it. That's it, buddy. What, right now? All right, go from there. Hold that. Go to Ecclesiastes 17 and 29. Ecclesiastes 17 and 29.
God. Ecclesiastes chapter 17 verse 29.
And all the brothers and sisters, we know we usually answer questions in the beginning of class, but we had to really get this class out, man, because this is a spirit we got to check in ourselves. We got to check in brothers in our school, brothers around us, the nation. These are things we got to look at and consider, and we're just hoping we're doing our part in bringing this to brothers' attention, okay? In the spirit of Yahweh Shai, of course. Go ahead.
Verse 29. How great is the loving kindness of the Lord our power, and his compassion unto such as turn unto him in holiness.
Right. See, how good, that's what we're supposed to be saying. How great is the compassion of the Most High that allotted me and put me in this lot to do his word, to teach his knowledge, to be his people. Listen, you could have been born a heathen.
Could have been estranged from the womb.
You could have been estranged from the womb. Right? So don't get cocky, Israel. Go ahead, read.
For all things cannot be in men.
For what?
For all things cannot be in men.
Go ahead.
Because the Son of Man is not immortal.
Yeah, so there's not one man that knows it all. I don't know it all. I go back to my peers and I talk to them. I even go to brothers under me and talk to them. Right? That's the way it's supposed to be done, because you can pick up certain things. You can learn certain things. So we gotta always stay in that, and we gotta always check our minds to remind ourselves, because that way when you do get a position and a brother says, hey, you're ready, we need you to go open up this camp. You don't go to another camp and do something and do something wicked, foolish, or stupid. You don't get puffed up and name yourself the Comforter. You don't name yourself the Holy Spirit. You don't name yourself the Yahweh Shai, Moses, David. You stay humble and understand that you're still at the service and duty of the Most High. This is the only way, man. This is why a lot of camps, a lot of these young brothers and sisters, man, a lot of young brothers, they start these camps. They don't care. They don't care, man. They start and deal with these things, and they didn't sit down and take it upon themselves to learn. You know, and there's a lot of elders and brothers that are seeing this and they're telling brothers and sisters this. Not only us. They are lying. I seen the brothers from House of David telling brothers the same thing. You know, I seen brothers from Light of Zion telling brothers the same thing. You got young men that just don't want to learn anything. And why? Because cocky, proud madness. Then you got brothers in positions that what? Lost their damn mind and can't be told they're wrong no more. So once again, it's not about one level. It's about all the level, all the men of Israel, women of Israel, understanding that you cannot think yourself to be something when you are nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead, read on.
Read on.
Oh, where are you at? No, that's it on that.
30.
That was Ecclesiastes?
Yes, sir.
All right, go from there. Go to Romans 12 and 3.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
For I say, through the grace given unto me.
Listen to what he's saying. He says, for I say, this is how I talk. Go ahead.
Through the grace given unto me.
Uh-huh.
To every man that is among you.
Uh-huh.
Not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think.
Right, you see that? This is the grace. This is what we're supposed to be saying. Through the grace of the Most High, I am what I am. Not to think himself highly above. Right? You start changing scriptures and doctrine, and that's where this comes from. Some psychopath, one brother or sister that decided to flip, smack it, and rub it down all the way through. Why? I'm going to say it, and I'll say it a million times. If it was wrong, then why are you using any of it, right? It says a little leaven leaveth the whole lump. You don't get to say it was wrong and then use what you've been taught.
The 12-tribe chart is off.
Right.
But I'm from the tribe of Benjamin.
Right. That's like, madness, man. It don't even make sense.
Come on.
It's pride. It's pride.
Sense.
It's pride. You know what I mean?
Brothers do that. Like
I know in the word Hebrew, Yahweh is Judah, but because I don't know Hebrew, and I said Yah is some fictitious God, now I gotta literally take out Yah out of Hebrew. And now I gotta
so now it's not Yahweh, it's what?
It's
Yeshua.
Yeshua. That's where all this madness comes from. It's funny to us. I'm a laugh about it. You know why? You know why I'm a laugh? Because you niggas would never convince me. You're never gonna convince me with that double-minded, tossed to and fro, off the whim. I just came up with this mentality. So Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever.
That's a 13th tribe?
Yeah, like, but people were gonna be teaching that madness. But why? Because one man with his egotistical mind said, I'm not gonna do what my elders told me, and I'm not gonna teach what I was taught. I feel, we were talking about this yesterday though. We were talking about this yesterday, because let's be real, this conversation, and I'm gonna go back there to the scripture. But he said to me, he said, well, could you go back and reassess what you were given? And I said, okay, if we deal with that, right? And we thought with that mind and said, okay, what the elders and the knowledge that you found out you were a Hebrew Israelite, right? Because let's go back to the 60s and 50s, right? And the elders that brought out that the so-called black man was the Jews. We're the 12 tribes of Israel, right? All this information that came out. His question was, well, is it wrong for us to go back and reassess what the elders taught us? And I said, okay, I'm going to run with that. I'm going to play with that. But how many times could that happen? Let's go to the 50s. His elder, if that brother that learned you was a Jew, came back and said that mentality, like his question, well, is it wrong to assess? Then he would change. Then the next brother will come in and what? Well, let me assess what you taught me. And then he would change it. And then he would change it, change it. What's the point of the truth now? What is the point and what is the truth anymore?
What fits you?
What?
What fits you?
That's the point. That where that comes from is, huh?
That's Christianity.
It's Christianity, but I thought you said the word insanity. It is insane too. It's insane for you to think well, I have the right as a man. Brother, you were taught you were a Jew. You didn't know the Bible worth jack. This black Hebrew Israelite told you were a Jew. Who gives you the dang right to go back and say, well, now that I know a Jew, I'm a Jew, I'm going to reassess everything and change everything. I'll tell you what it is. Cocky Negroes that were prideful, egotistical, and lift up, and we can keep running with this. Well, I think you can have sex with dogs. The law's done away with. Right? I can run with that. I know it's filthy and disgusting, right? But hey, they're doing every other damn thing, right? They're picking and choosing on everything. The law's done away with. You can have sex with dogs now, and you can't judge me. Right? And I can sit there and argue with you about the law is done away with, and we don't have to keep the law.
Where there's no law, there's no transgression.
Where there's no law, there's no transgression. And there's nothing wrong with me having sex with dogs. Right? Because I'm keeping the spirit. And then the spirit doesn't say nothing about dogs. Right? It don't say nowhere in the spirit of the law that dogs cannot be having sex with. You see how madness this is? And it's going to keep going, and it's going to go, and it's going to run, it's going to go crazy. When does it stop? It stops when pride and men stick. If you don't believe, leave. Don't deal with none of it. But don't let your pride break and come in and cause more chaos for your nation and confusion. Don't do that, because that's going to keep, I know my words ain't going to stop it. It's going to keep happening. But I'm showing you about this egotistical, narcissistic spirit that men get puffed up and start to say, well, I want to teach this. I want to do that. You're going to destroy us, yourself. You're going to destroy your nation. What?
We got to make it clear. I wasn't being double-minded in the conversation. Like,
no.
Change things. We were having a convo just about that very thing where just a thought. So I don't want nobody to think that I was.
Nah, he wasn't coming like that.
Don't change everything.
No, he was saying that when brothers, like everybody says, when brothers come in and ask a question or what if, like if they found out some other information, right? And like what I was trying to show him is the books that we're bringing out now were gotten all the way back before YouTube or Facebook even came about. Before the black man actually started to read. This was back in the days when the black man didn't even read a book. The elders sat down and actually read books, right? And went to libraries and sat down and communicated on that level. But where did this pride come in to where men start to change? And it's going to keep going on to where the truth, I guarantee you, and I said this 5 years back, the scripture said, right? The land shall be barren of faith. Wait 5 years to the future. There will be less Hebrew Israelites, less believers. Why? Because, first of all, it ain't for everybody. And two, all the fads, people with fads, they're going to get off the fad. Why? Because they never really believe. They're going to be jumping on the Facebook. If you got a person out there teaching now that so-called Negroes ain't Jews, that y'all are Canaanites.
That only 25% of...
I guarantee you, 5 years, give it a good 5 years, cats will be teaching that. And serious with it too. Like we supposed to be, they're going to be coming in talking to us, teaching the same thing we've been teaching. They're going to be like, yeah, well, I don't deal with Judah because they're the tribe of, they're Hamites. And we're going to look at you niggas like you're crazy just the same way you did with the other tribes. Well, I don't think the tribe of Issachar or Zebulun or Negro, you don't have no relevance to what is being taught. And that's how it has to be. Because it's going to keep going, crazy, man. You were saying? No, you were saying about what he was teaching.
They're talking about 25% of the Negroes that came in on slave ships are the actual 3 tribes or 2.5 tribes. Only 25%. The other 75 is Ham. So 75% of the nation that came over on slave ships are
Hamites. So we supposed to tell y'all Hamites? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm messing with Judah now.
Right. But you know what that is? But you know where that started though? You know where that started? That started from a narcissistic man hopping on YouTube and teaching what? Teaching that the 9.5 weren't part of Israel. So now you got this rendering of evil for evil, where it's like the 9.5 fight back. You niggas is ham. You niggas is ham. That's what it is, bro. When you look at it.
And who's being tossed? To the children.
Yeah.
Not the grown-ups.
Yeah. I'm sitting back like.
I'm sitting back looking at these niggas like, y'all crazy.
When did it ever say Canaan was going to go into slavery? In America, when did it ever say that? I will bring, and Canaan and Ham, I will bring you into slavery with ships. When the hell did it ever say that at?
Walking the same land together?
Yeah, where did it ever say that? Like basic scriptures that you could go to and just destroy that whole doctrine.
I'm looking at Jeremiah's face. He's like, hell no.
Yeah, I mean, according to that, but that's the problem where, a damn psychotic brother popped up and said, you know what? The 9.5 tribes, they're all mongrels and Edomites. They don't belong. Then you got then brothers get all weak in the faith and tossed and oh my God, no. Then they say, you know what? How am I gonna gain that power back? How do I power trip now? Well, we just gonna teach that niggas his hand.
Yep.
75% of y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold on, you're Benjamin.
I'm a Benjamite.
So
no, they talking about Benjamin. They talking about Benjamin and Levi too. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So guess what? 2 of us is Israel out of 6, 7. 3 of us is Israel out of 7.
Ain't nothing but Jews in here. Oh, Benjamin. He's Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin also.
Yeah.
But that's what they teaching. Benjamin, Levi, Judah.
Right. Exactly.
That's the simplicity in Christ. The basics.
Right. I wish for the young brothers and sisters it was that easy. Mm-hmm. Because it's not. It's the pride has got them like they're teaching his name is Ahia.
Delusions.
It's delusions,
So
the book they hit you up with the damn book of Enoch quicker than the Bible.
It's Ahia. That's the new tribe.
Let's read on. Let's finish, man. Let's finish. Class was supposed to end at 9. Read.
But to think soberly.
But to think what?
Soberly.
Go ahead.
According as Yahweh.
Yeah. What verse are you at?
Book of Romans chapter 12 verse 3. Last precept.
Right. Go ahead.
According as Yahweh had dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Right, and that's what is moving us. And I know we went off on that a little bit, but it just shows you about this egotistical spirit because it's rolling around and nobody, with a vengeance, a tornado, not sparing any brother or sister. They're not doing it to edify our people. They're not doing it to teach our people. They're angry and bitter and upset, and it's going to keep going on. So I don't think, nor do I think, that I'm the supreme being that is going to stop the will of the Most High. Because Christ said, there must be heresies amongst you. So I'm not saying we're going to stop it. I'm just trying to, like Paul said, save some of them, save some brothers and sisters from the madness out there. All right, go to 1 Corinthians 15 and 10. Somebody give me that. 1 Corinthians 15 and 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 10. I'll read it.
Go ahead.
By the grace of Yahweh, I am what I am.
That's how we supposed to keep pushing in the mind. By the what?
By the grace of Yahweh, I am what I am.
We're here by the graces of the Most High. We're here because the Most High gave us life in the Spirit, and He gave us the knowledge to teach our people through grace. Yahweh Shai died on that cross for you. Go ahead.
And His grace, which was bestowed upon me, was not in vain.
It don't supposed to be in vain. You see, it don't supposed to be on you or on me. It's supposed to be bestowed on the duty and the office and service that the Most High set up. It don't supposed to be in vain, on some vain glory. Go ahead.
Yet not I, but the grace of the Most High, which was with me. Salakia. I skipped something.
Okay.
I'll read it from the top. But the grace of the Most High, I am what I am. And His grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain. But I labored more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me.
So what is supposed to push us? Not some fictitious power, but the grace motivating us. Why did you get your position? Because the grace. Why did you get that office? Because the grace. Why are you making garments as sisters? Because God gave you grace for your fingers to be used to the will of the Most High in service of the ministry. Why are you giving that prophet a cup of water? Why are you building unity and love with brothers and sisters? Because the grace. I'm here and breathing. Because that night the car got shot up, I could be dead. That night the guy raped me, he could have slit my damn throat. By the graces of the Most High, I'm here. Right? That's why you survived. Because that car accident I was in, when I was faded and drunk, I could have been mangled with my head damn half off my body and not even dead, sipping out a damn straw, talking about, help me, That's real. By the graces of the Most High, you are what we are. Right?
God.
That's why we're here. So it wasn't because you're the man and you know what, you stumbled on brothers. By the grace of the Most High, He heard your prayers. Huh?
God.
Go ahead, read.
That's it.
Ephesians 3 and 7.
Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
Wherefore I was made a minister according to the gift of the grace of the Most High.
That's why you're here. The grace of the Most High. You're a what?
Minister.
I was a what?
Minister.
Man, brother, sister, you're a minister. I don't care what position, what authority. You're a minister. You're here to work. To serve. We're here to serve. We are at your service.
Disposal.
We are at your disposal. And for y'all that know me and text me, that's what I tell y'all. Come, we're at your service. That's what we're here. There is no clocking out. We're here to serve you. Because by the graces of the Most High, He's used us to do His will. Go ahead.
Wherefore I was made a minister according to the gift of the grace of God.
Come on, read that for me. You got some in his mouth. Read. Go ahead, read that.
Wherefore, as I was a minister according to the gift of the grace of the Most High given unto me by the effectual working of His power.
Right, go ahead.
Unto me, who am less than the least of all the saints.
You see that? That's what we supposed to be saying. Not, oh, I'm such and such, and you got to recognize me. You know, I've been in the truth this long. I'm somebody. So what? What are you doing? Forget about the time. Forget about the time you've been in the truth. You can be in the truth 4 or 5 years. My question ain't how long you've been in the truth. I'm looking at what are you doing? What are we doing with the truth? Go ahead.
Is this grace given that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ?
He knew his job. That's the grace for me to serve and teach my people. Go to Galatians 5:26.
Galatians chapter 5 verse 26.
Go ahead.
Let us not be desirous of vain glory.
So everybody that's caught up on this vain glory or this, once again, narcissistic, proud, the Most High owes me something, I'm better than this camp or this brother or this sister. Read it again.
Let us not be desirous of vain glory.
Oh, I want to get that ranking position because I want my mouth to run. I want to look smart. Look, him smart. I want to be smart too. Right? Yeah, look at how many views he got. Look at those brothers get views. Let me get views. I'm gonna open up a street speaking and what? I'm gonna get 250,000 views too. That don't mean nothing, man. Are you out there for the views, or are you out there to really edify and teach your people? Or to make us look like asses online? Go ahead.
Let us not be desirous of vain glory. Provoking one another.
Yeah, provoking one another. Are you provoking one another for good or for bad? Are you, right? Are you, like, I want to argue with this brother, or I want to get online, defame his brothers, I'll kill that brother. That's vainglory.
Crazy. Wishing death on somebody?
Yeah, you wishing death on your brother, and you in the spirit. Go ahead.
Envying one another.
Go ahead. Right, so he said, let us not be desirous of vainglory. Wisdom of Solomon 3:11. No, skip that one. Go to, let's get through some of these. Go to Ecclesiasticus 9:16.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
And let just men eat and drink with thee.
Go ahead.
And let thy glorying be in the fear of the Lord.
Right. So not vainglory, but let our glory be where?
Be in the fear of the Lord.
Yeah, we supposed to be in the fear of the Most High. Remember, man, y'all have to remember that because sentence is not executed speedily. It is sometimes set in the heart of men to do evil. But know that the Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. It's only a matter of time. He's going to bring down the wicked and raise up the just. So whatever we're thinking, we're hiding, we're doing, it all will be revealed. So we got to stop it. You got to check yourself. Because the Most High has grace on you right now not to kill you or destroy you. No matter how subtle you think you are, no matter how you're putting up a different persona, know that the Most High will destroy you. And when is it going to happen? You know what I noticed? And the Bible says it also. Usually it's when that brother think the clear is all in the clear. Like everything's going good now. And then the Most High just hit you out of nowhere. You got to realize that. I've seen it a lot. A lot of brothers and sisters come in. You be doing wickedness on the low, and then your rib all of a sudden, you get in line. You get your mind in line. And then next you know, he used your rib to show you. I ain't forgot. He's like, I ain't forgot. I was just pausing. And that's how it be. Brothers, like, you be thinking that you're going to escape and the Most High come there and check you, man. So remember, man, it's about the fear of the Most High, not because men sees me. Oh, they looking now. But I'm corrupt and I'm subtle and I'm talking double-tongued behind their back. It's not about that. Go from there. Go to 1 Corinthians 8:1. 1 Corinthians 8:1. And let's finish this out.
1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 1.
I know I'm going a little over, but I really needed to get this out. In the spirit, man, for the body of our school and for everybody else. For me, for the body, for my wives, my kids, my family, for our nation, right? Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now as touching things offered unto idols,
Uh-huh.
we know that we all have knowledge.
Right.
Knowledge puffeth up.
Right. So you got knowledge. Read it again. Knowledge what?
Knowledge puffeth up.
Right. Read it again.
Knowledge puffeth up.
So what? You got scriptures. Read it again.
Knowledge puffeth up.
So what? You got breakdowns. Read
Knowledge
it again.
puffeth up.
So what? You got 50,000 street speakers. Read
Knowledge
it again.
puffeth up.
Knowledge puffeth up.
You know, all the Roman history, all the histories of the world.
Right. Read it again.
Knowledge puffeth up.
Go ahead.
But charity edifieth.
But charity.
You got all the word etymologies. You got all that. You got all the definitions. And
I would like to think I'm somewhat of a knowledgeable a little bit. But yeah, somewhat of a scholar. But guess what? It don't mean nothing. Just when I'm thinking I'm on point, there's a brother got something to add that's deeper, that's better, that's more. Go ahead.
And if any man...
Right, so it says, knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. Go to Isaiah 57, verse 15. So that's what this is supposed to be about, man. We're supposed to be understanding that the Most High wants to see your love, your charity. Those are the things that we're supposed to be exhorting and pushing through and shining through us. Not this vainglory, man. Not this puffed up spirit. Not this, I got scripture so I can just beat you down. It's supposed to be building and strengthening our nation. And that doesn't mean they're not going to get cut. They're not going to get corrected. But once again, what is our persona? It's supposed to be like Christ. What did Christ push? Right? He that is without sin cast the first stone. Mercy, grace. He took that to the cross. He said,
my own will.
Yeah.
Right.
I came not to do my own will.
But the will of the Father.
But the will of him that sent me. He didn't say, listen, yeah, go tell everybody who the hell I am. Let everybody know about me, because I'm that nigga.
I'm here.
Yeah. I have arrived. You know what I mean? And if nobody comes to Yahweh Shai,
he said, go preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Right.
He said, listen, when I heal you, don't say nothing. Don't tell nobody. They still told.
Yeah.
when it was noise abroad, what did he do? Stand there and take all the credit?
Right.
Nah, he dipped out.
Dang.
Yes, I.
Yeah, I ain't even have. Go ahead, read.
Isaiah chapter 57 verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For thus saith the high and lofty one.
Go ahead.
That inhabiteth eternity.
Read.
Whose name is holy.
Read.
I dwell in the high and holy place. With him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit.
The Most High dwells with the contrite and the humble. The Most High does not mess with the proud. Listen, the angels are humble. The gods that dwell with the Most High, the angels are meek. Michael is meek. Yahweh Shai is meek. He not walking, you think he walking around up there like, yeah, listen, I died for everybody, nigga. You think Michael's walking around the fourth dimension talking about, you know what? Say my name, say my name. You think he's doing that? You got brothers, man, taking too much glory to themselves. Like he said, I am a worm. We're worms. Go from there. Go to Matthew 5 verse 5. He said, no, did you finish that?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Read on.
To revive the spirit of the humble.
To do what?
To revive the spirit of the humble.
He says he's reviving, he's reviving these cocky niggas that think they're gods already.
The spirit of the humble.
He's going to revive the humble. He's not reviving everybody. Why? Because the meek, read it. Read Matthew 5 and 5. Read it real quick.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Read on, Zion.
To revive the spirit of the humble.
Go ahead.
And to revive the heart of the contrite ones.
Right, to revive the heart of the contrite ones.
Psalms 119 and 13.
Right.
I hate vain thoughts.
Go ahead.
But thy law do I love.
Right. The Most High says he hates. David is saying, this is what mind we have to have. Not this spirit of vanity, not this spirit of puffed upness, but understanding that the Most High, he's going to revive the humble and meek ones. Right? Go to Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. Read on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 7.
For I would not contend forever. Neither will I be always wroth.
Right. So go from there. Read that Ecclesiastes 10 and 7.
Pride is hateful before God and men.
Read.
And by both doeth one commit iniquity.
Yeah, there it is. The Most High hates pride. The Most High hates that egotistical, I'm somebody, you owe me, you know what, I put in these works. Man, you're still paying for sins, past sins.
Right. You didn't even get the ones that you
Yeah,
up sins.
Yeah, you ain't even caught up yet.
You didn't break even yet?
Past due.
You still in debt?
We have to remember that. We got a lot more scriptures, and this is going to be a long time to finish. So, you know, hopefully y'all, brothers and sisters, man, that's stuck in there with us, y'all understand what we went over. And hopefully y'all get that. Does anybody have any questions on that as we conclude class? How did Facebook go? Is it still going? So we got it rolling. So what you need to do is get with the sisters that are going to be here tomorrow and show them how to get it, because we don't want them to come with that. There's no possibility on earth for it to get running.
Can we get 2 more scriptures?
Two more? We can get two more?
Can we just get...
Let's get 2 more.
Just in conclusion.
Come on.
2 Timothy 4 and 7.
Go to 2 Timothy 4 and 7.
But first go to...
y'all know class is over. If they want to leave, they can leave. If they want to get offline, they can get offline. We're just going to go over 2 more, and then we're going to let everybody go. Go ahead.
Get Isaiah 41 and verse 14. Just in closing, and just going off of what he got, you know, we got to wait for Yahweh Shai to lift us up. Right. And this is a reminder, Isaiah 41 and verse 14.
Right.
Read that.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14.
Come on.
Fear not.
Uh-huh.
Thou worm, Jacob.
Thou what?
Thou worm, Jacob.
The Most High is telling you not to fear, even though you're still a worm.
Right.
Go ahead.
And ye men of Israel.
Come on.
I will help thee.
He will do what?
I will help
thee.
We're
going to help ourselves.
I will help thee.
I got it, so I don't need nobody.
I will help thee.
Come on.
Said the Lord.
Uh-huh.
And thy Redeemer.
But I can redeem myself. I got the knowledge.
And thy Redeemer.
Wait, no, I redeemed all these brothers because I taught them.
Oh. And thy Redeemer.
Go ahead.
The Holy One of Israel.
Wait, who is it?
The Holy One of Israel.
See, we got to remember that our Redeemer is Yahweh Shai.
Oh.
We got to remember that the only one that can redeem us from our sins is Yahweh Shai through the Most High.
Right.
Y'all understand that? Go to 2 Timothy's.
2 Timothy's.
I skipped the whole chunk, but go ahead. 2 Timothy's, where you at? 2 Timothy's 4 verse 7.
4 verse 7.
Uh-huh.
I have fought a good fight.
You have done what?
I have fought a good fight.
How do we know we fought the good fight? Because we stuck in it with longevity, with humility. We stuck in not getting over prideful and thinking more of ourselves than we should have. I fought the good fight. Go ahead.
I have finished my course.
Go ahead.
I have kept the faith.
Wait. I switched up.
I have kept the faith.
Wait. I changed doctrine. I got upset. I got mad. I got in my feelings.
I have kept the faith.
See, I kept the faith. I kept the spirit of the faith. I built brothers. I built sisters. Go ahead.
Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness.
See, we get the crown of righteousness because we keep the faith. But who gives us that crown? Read on.
Which is the Lord.
Which is what?
Which is the Lord.
Come on.
The righteous judge shall give me at that day.
Wait. When I was out here, when I was judging, I was putting in the work. I did what I had to do. It says the righteous judge, go ahead.
Shall give me at that day.
Who's going to give it that day?
The righteous judge.
So we got to remember that no man can give you your crown. Nope. And in that same breath, no man can take it. The crown is already there for us to take if we move in the right spirit. That spirit of meekness and humble as a nation. This is for everybody. As a nation, we're supposed to be fighting a good fight, not against one another. Not camp versus camp, school versus school, color versus color in the truth. You got the purple gang fighting the all black gang. That's not fighting a good fight. Nowhere do you read that in the scriptures where the apostles just gangbanging on each other because of a color, because of an acronym. Even when the apostles saw other men teaching and they went to Christ and said, listen, we're going to stop them. He said, no, let them do their works.
Right.
Let them teach. Just to show you, even Yahweh Shai wasn't about that, oh, it could only come through me. Because they were teaching the right works. It's one thing if they was wicked as hell and off. He would have rebuked them himself. So I fought the good fight. Go ahead, read on.
And not to me only,
read,
but unto all them also that love his appearing.
Any questions on the topic?
Yeah.
How do you know he finished the course?
He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. What Paul was talking about when he said he finished the course is that he knew death was coming for him. Right. He knew death was coming for him. So he was speaking of that. But he was saying, if this comes for me, at least I know I did and I ran that race. Yeah. So, but we know he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. So the end is what? It's like Paul, either death or Yahweh Shai coming back.
Strive for the truth until death. Yeah.
So that's what he was saying when he says, I have run the race, I have fought the fight. All right. Any other questions online? Listen, online, everybody, you know we will be here in the morning for Shabbat morning classes. If you want to join us, we'll be here in the morning at 10. We open up prayers at 10. So if you want to be part of those prayers, opening prayers, join us. We did do it online because y'all were asking. So get your lazy butt up and set up the prayers since y'all asked us to do them online. All right. So other than that, we will see you in the morning for morning Shabbat class. And we'd like to thank y'all, brothers and sisters, and everybody here say shalom.
Shalom.
We'll see y'all mañana. All right, and everybody here, I imagine we'll put your hakwadam, rise and face the east.
Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
Who changed the truth for God into a lie? In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew, is Yahweh. So do or die. The immaculate conception is deception, along with the myth of giving gifts on December 25th. Christmas is Satan's clause, the birth of Nimrod, and not the son of God. To you was kind of odd. On the Passover, Christ was born in the spring. So now we bring the truth about the King of Kings. That's Black Jesus and not Caesar Borgias. And the facts can't be changed. It's all about the Most High.